What's up, Juventini? Welcome back to your channel dedicated to Juventus, the AJC. All right, and it is match day. It's a big one. It's Juve and Atalanta set to go down. We've got the starting lineup, and oh my God, we were hearing so much in the build-up to this game. All right, from Gatti, whether he was going to be cleared from slight muscle fatigue, Vega, if he was going to get in, Kalulu, who was going to start. Then you got some stomach issues with Kenan Yildiz. Well, let's get to the starting lineup. First up, what's up to everybody dropping in here? Reminder, get the likes up, all right? We've got a massive one today. I am pumped, all right? I'm fired up for this game, and I've been jacked up all week waiting for this one, because this one essentially is do or die if we do want to have that hope. If we want to dream of some type of miraculous turnaround from where we were 5 rounds ago, this one's got to be a W. Let's see who Thiago Motta is going to be leaning on, all right? So I'm going to pull up the graphic here, and we're going to go through it together. There you go. As you see, the man himself, Lloyd Kelly, throwing up the fists in this one, all right? Hanging on to the collar of that kit. We've got Di Gregorio in goal. You've got Weah. You've got Gatti and Lloyd Kelly himself starting next to him with Cambiaso on the left. When you get into the midfield, Locatelli and Thuram, that is absolutely a lock, 100%, all right? And then from there, again, the big question marks were what was going to happen up top. Yildiz does find himself in the lineup. McKennie set to continue as the 10. Nico Gonzalez at the left, and Kolo Muani starts up top. So we were hearing in the build-up to this one out of McKennie, Locatelli, and Cope Miners was going to have to be sitting. Cope Miners, and I believe rightfully so, is the one that starts this game from the bench. There were even rumblings that Motta might use him as a winger to get things through here with Kenan Yildiz not able to start, but thankfully Kenan Yildiz is able to start. Thankfully, Gatti is able to start because this guy's been the only constant at the back line all season long, and we do have the least amount of goals conceded in Serie A. He's a big part of it, and look at that, just right on time. Jacob coming in here saying all these transfer talks. Most important thing to me is Gatti cannot go. I cannot believe it's even a discussion. Prediction, Gatti will be as good as Bremer next season. Wow. Ton of praise there. Gatti getting his flowers. And you know what? I appreciate what he's done this season because, like I said, he's been the only constant. He's been playing a ton of minutes. That is your starting lineup for Juventus. For our opponents, Atalanta, I'm going to pull it up right here. I don't think there's any surprises for those of you that tuned into the pregame show this morning. It is looking like it's as expected from them. Carnesecchi in goal. Hien was a doubt. He was carrying some doubts, got a late assessment. Hien is able to play at the back line next to Jim City and Golasinac. When you go across the middle, it's Bellanova, Ederson, Derun, and Zappacosta. That's as expected. And then the surprise, Di Catalare will not be in from the start. It's actually Juan Cuadrado. Then Lookman with Retegui leading the line. It's coming up as a 3-4-3, and it's more of a 3-4-2-1. However, technically the same thing. So Juan Cuadrado, an old face, will be in there from the start for Atalanta. All right, so let's add a little bit more fuel to this thing after he was so quick to stomp on his own legacy when asked to jump from Inter fans. Now old Juan, maybe facing the music, Inter in. Let's see. We got Jerry coming in here. Kelly's a funny-looking cat. He is a funny-looking cat. But you know what? Tell you what. He is significantly better at center back than he is the outside. Is anybody surprised Kalulu didn't come in? I'm going to be quite honest. I'm going to say flat out no. And the reason is positioning-wise, Kalulu can be scattered. And he hit this point somewhere along the lines where he just started losing it, and we were conceding a lot of goals, and he was at the brunt of it due to his positioning and his aerial ability is lacking, and it is behind that of Lloyd Kelly's. So I'm not surprised with it. I am not surprised with it, all right? Anybody wanting to fire and storm the barns in this pregame build up to this game, fire away, all right? We got a big one today. We got a big one today. And thankfully, Coop doesn't start. A lot of the comments here so far are just Coop not starting, and everybody really happy about that. Eric's coming in there, ciao, ciao, and he's saying, feeling good today. Let's get to the predictions, everybody. I'm going to pull this up here. Out of the pregame show, Lucci went with the 2-2 draw. Omer went with the 1-1 draw. All right? I went with the 1-1 draw, but then Mr. Souza, the official that's got a high frequency for PKs, will give us a PK that we win this game on. And it will be Kolomuani who scores it. 2-1 from me. But you guys know the drill. First off, I want to know where you're tuning in from. Make sure you hit the like button and hit me with your prediction. Let's go. I got to see this. My heart says a 2-0 win for Juventus, but my head says a 1-1 draw. This thing does have draw written all over it. A draw would surprise absolutely nobody when it comes to this game. I will hit you with some quick key stats that we talked about in the build-up to this one. This is also, out of all the fixtures, Atalanta and Juventus have produced the most draws than any other fixture since Gasperini has arrived at Bergamo. All right. Other key stats, Juve undefeated in 34 of their last 35 matches in Serie. Juve undefeated in 25 of their last 26 home matches against Atalanta in all competitions. However, you got to go back to 2017-18 season for a win, okay? And then Atalanta keeping a clean sheet in their last 4 matches in Serie A. In their last 5, however, it is 2 wins and 3 draws for Atalanta. And for us, it is 5 on the trot, all right? 5 on the trot. Keep those predictions coming in here. Foot Facts coming in here saying that today we need a Motta masterclass and a wonderful performance by our team. Thinking a 2-1 victory, Colo and Yildiz. Colo, a PK, like you said. And Berto saying it today, we will be dominating. Hey, more of what we saw against Verona would be welcome, all right? Fire away. I hope we get a dominant showing, all right? Eric coming in here. What do you think about Retegui and Tonali to Juve? I think we need a strong Italian base. Yeah, I mean, it's always beautiful when Juve connects with the Azzurri. Retegui, I said, amongst all our targets, I have question marks. Whether it's Retegui, even Kolomuani, to be honest, to lock him up and make it a finalized deal. Osimhen, Jonathan David, Benjamin Sesko, Lorenzo Luca. I have question marks around all of these guys. Ultimately, what I think is going to be best, devil in the details, because there's a few of them that I put very close to one another. I think the guys that are on the outside that sound like the fallback plan maybe should be ranked a bit higher. Sesko, Jonathan David, but Retegui, he should be right in that mix too. It's going to come down to what Atalanta will be asking for. And the thing with that is they literally just picked him up. 17 million euros. They don't have to sell him. So they can set a crazy price tag and they can just happily wait or just keep him. It's going to be interesting, but I would like to see it. For Tonali, it's no question. If Juve has an opportunity and can find a deal and somehow get this guy over, that's an absolute yes. I would expect that to be unanimous across the board when it comes to Tonali. So those would be some very welcomed additions. But again, the devil always in the details, my friend. Always in the details. Now, we keep it rolling here. We got some more Storm the Barns and we got some more predictions. Mitch coming in here with that would be a barn burner, my friend. 4-3. Wow. That one would go down in the books as an instant classic if you had some type of 4-3-7 goal thriller. Woo! Eric's going to go with 1-0 Juventus. And he's just simply saying we win today. And you know what? That's the most important. As long as we do that, I'm happy however the heck it comes, okay? For facts, is Vega injured or he just didn't sub him in. Vega is coming off injury. He's on the squad list and he's available today. Obviously didn't end up wanting to start him. He came back later than Kalulu, who also didn't get the start. So Mota is going to keep things the same and not put these guys right back in for the big game and roll with Lloyd Kelly. So, yeah, big-time faith being shown in Lloyd Kelly over these recent performances at center back. So let's see if he rewards Thiago Motta today. And Motta's got to get it right today with Atalanta. But Atalanta's been streaky, but we know they could be that team that pumps 3 on you, that's all over you, or they could be the team that looks pretty mediocre, all right? So let's see what happens. Forza Juve dropping in here. Ciao, ciao. Great to see you in here. As always, my friend, get your predictions in. Let's go. And what do we got here? Yo, mom. Yo, mom. Juve win 3-2. Colo brace with a Nico header. All right. Let's go. Juve wins 2-1. Wing of Winter going with 2-0 Juve. A lot of optimism today. I like it, everybody. I like it. Ciao, Swarik. Great to see you in here, my friend. Another Storm the Barn. What do you think of an unexpected Nico goal? Header or bike? Oh my God, a bike. I'll take a bike. Nico has been working tremendously. Putting in the shifts, hard work, and that's great. But the execution needs to ramp up. So a goal for him in this fixture would go a long way. Is there anybody out there, though, that feels like he's not super comfortable on the left? And I'm kind of surprised that he's found a home on the left side. He's played predominantly for Fiorentina off the right or more central. And I think it shows sometimes. So yeah, Nico's been this guy that's kind of been a funny situation, but I don't like him on the left. And yeah, Luca's coming in here immediately saying he is awful on the left. Wing of Winter saying he looks better on the right. And again, I think a lot of this has to do with them. Well, Malta liking Yildiz off the right. And I don't know. I just think there's a decent little mix that we haven't seen, which could be Gonzalez on the right and Bangula on the left with Yildiz at the 10. McKennie will continue in the 10 here. This is not a game I expect McKennie to struggle because Atalanta is not afraid to send numbers forward. So it's not going to be super tight and we should be able to win the ball a little bit more advanced and maybe be able to slightly cheat a bit. He shouldn't be struggling for space, and some that he sacrifices in technical ability shouldn't come up. We should be okay on that front. So I'm going to say he's okay. And he's also a pick for a goal for me. I'm actually thinking McKennie, usually in the bigger matchups, he kind of pops up and finds a way to get that ball in the back of the net. So I'm calling McKennie. And like I said, that winner on a PK from Colo. So let's see. Okay, saying, I hope Alberto plays well off the bench today. Can't wait to see him again. Oh, yeah. Come on. It's in the name. You know this guy's going to be a beast. And Alberto, no, he, like I said, we talked about it in the pregame show. And when it comes to Alberto, that's a pretty brief cameo in a game that you're dominating on the ball, etc. So things will come a little bit easier. Something like this would be very interesting to see him ultimately come in later into the game. But I agree wholeheartedly. I am excited to see him again. He's got some chops. All right? Let's keep it rolling with some more Storm the Barn, all right? And we do have several more. Let's see here. I like Sebastian Nave from Strasbourg. As a Malmo fan, I've seen his talent. We could get him for 20 to 25 million. Well, I'm going to check him out. I'm going to see, because I will be flat out honest. I'm not familiar with him, all right? So, yeah, check it out and chalk it up on a list of guys to maybe start watching and keeping tabs on. My feed has just gone to the game. We're looking at numbers between Kefren Thuram and Ederson. Ederson, one of the 3 Atalanta players Juventus is linked with. Kefren Thuram, for me, one of our best players, if not the best player this season. Incredible. The fact that he hasn't started every single damn time is shocking to me because that's how good he's been. The impact is felt, not just when he's not in starting lineups, but also when he's been removed from games. Because when he's been removed from games, it's no coincidence to me. We have conceded and lost points from winning positions. Kefren Turam, massive. Definitely one to watch in this game for Juventus. If Juve win, do you think we have a chance to win the title? Possibly too much optimism, but this is Juve, right? I'm going to say you've got Atalanta, you've got Fiorentina. If we want to talk about it, if we want to think about this to a certain degree, this game and Fiorentina need to be 3 points each. And then we'll talk. Then we'll talk. But today, take care of business. Take care of business. All right? So let's see how today goes, and then we'll go and move accordingly from there. And we've got more Storm the Barns coming in here. Fire away. Fire away. I think I might have missed one more from Eric here. Where is it here? What do you... Okay, yeah, no, we got that one. And then it's this one. I think I love Gatti, and I think he's an untouchable player for the next window. Very well could be. Very well could be. You're not alone in thinking that we do have to tie to him. There are some amongst the fan base that believe, again, the details, depending what the number is and whatnot. But I think even as a rotational piece, this guy is... He's getting better. He's so much better than he was last season. He still makes mistakes here and there. Absolutely. Absolutely he does. But if you look at the inconsistency he's had to deal with at the back line this season, I'm kind of surprised it's not more. And again, 21 goals conceded in league. 5 goals have been conceded without him. Without him on the pitch. So the fact that it could be lower with him, that's pretty strong. And when you say that a quarter of the goals have come without him there, pretty good indications of what he's given us this season. So yeah, he deserves his flowers for sure. Wing of Winter, Turam is amazing. Absolutely. Absolutely. Jack Crispy, what's up? Great to see you in here. Again, reminder everybody, get those likes up, all right? Looking at my feed, we got the light show standard in Turin. And we are close to kickoff. Oh, yeah. Dun, dun, dun. Mitch, you're going to have to clarify here. What? The new Infinity League with Juve in? You're going to have to fill me in on that. We could chat. We could chat in there. Much love, Mitch. Much love, Mitch. Get the likes up. Let's go, everybody. Get the likes up. I'm hyped up for this one. We look at the beautiful Allianz Stadium at night. We're ready to go. Fired up. Haven't heard anything from the Ultras for a while, and that's good. Okay. Ooh. My favorite Juve kit that I don't own yet. Okay. This one's got a very disappointing story to it. It is the black Juventus Gigi Buffon kit from like the 17-18 season that they released 1,111 from. I had an alarm clock mishap that made me miss the purchase, okay? I found a seller for this thing. I made a deal for this kit. It got shipped and it got lost in shipping. That is probably my favorite that I don't own yet. I always thought it was just a stunning kit, black with the white accents. Oh man, that one kills me, and I've never seen anyone selling another one. Frustrating. And Alex P feeling that one too. Overslept the GG shirt. That one hurts. That one's a stinger. Let's get this dub. Thanks for all the amazing coverage. I've watched along with you every match. I've watched this. Oh, that is awesome. Thank you so much, and appreciate the super chat. That means a lot. I love all the feedback getting. I love that you guys all appreciate the watch along and everything. This is probably my favorite part, is sharing the live reactions with all of you and being able to call the action. And yeah, just a lot of comments coming in about appreciating how I do it, because I actually do comment on the action. I don't just sit here in silence, because I always thought that, hey, if I wasn't watching the game or able to watch a game, at least I could listen to it. So I try to not just sit here and get caught up as a fan. I try to actually comment on it. So I appreciate all the support, you guys. Absolutely love it. Nick Rossi, my man, also making his AJC debut tomorrow on the post-match podcast. Let's make it a victory show, Fra. Come on. Come on now. Oh, yeah, Sweaty. Which Atalanta player gets the dressing room day? Now that we see their official starting lineup, I think I got to go with one of the guys at the back. It's still got to be one of the guys at the back. We got to put a little voodoo there. They're good for conceding some goals, too. So, Kolasinac or Jim City? Ian could also go for Ian. It was going to be Toloi, because that's an easy target. What about old Juan Cuadrado? Maybe Juan getting one? I'm going to go with Kolasinac. Kolasinac, he gets it. And we've got the Serie anthem. We are almost at kickoff, everybody, all right? Look at everybody dishing them out to Cuadrado. Love it. Love it. Cuadrado has to get the day. Grella talking crap about God. Yeah, sounds about right. Sounds about right. Par for the course. Some of that guy's takes, man. Wow. That's all I got to say. Oh, okay. We'll leave Ian alone. Okay. We'll leave Ian alone. That's where Coal Miners is still the allowed player that gets the day, unless he gets more consistent. You know, something to be said about keeping him off in this game too, playing them and trying to just get reeling. Like, I think he'd be further along if we did this earlier. I'll be quite honest. Is pull him back and get him into games off the bench, I think would have probably got us in a better position this time of the season. And this force feeding with the 10 spot, because I'll be quite honest, I appreciate McKennie and everything he does, but even he leaves a lot to be desired in the 10 role, right? But his work rate makes up for a lot of it, because he's just breaking stuff up left, right, and center, and at least involved, right? But let's see. Let's see. Yeah, well, he's in the mix. Our friend Luca from JFTV, he's in the mix. The only thing is, his schedules just have not aligned with when we do shows because of the time frame I need to work in. It just hasn't amounted to much. But yeah, we love Luca. We love Luca from JFTV. What do we know about this referee? Well, as we went over the pregame show, Simone Souza, 55 appearances in Serie A. He's got a 4.3 yellow per game average. He's dished out 9 reds. But look at this. In 55 appearances, 24 PKs. And that's why I'm saying we're winning this thing on a PK, everybody. Giddy up. And as long as we win, 2-1, let's go. And we're getting ready for this. Again, get the likes up, everybody, all right? The more likes we get, the more goals we get from Juve. That's what I've been told, so let's go. Fire them up. By the way, if you haven't checked out the YouTube short, check it out. We got a Fino alla Fine Forza AJC shout from the maestro, Andrea Pirlo. Beautiful stuff as he's in New York, and he's at a watch party right now with Juventini. Check it out. Drop a like on that. And we got kickoff, everybody. Let's go. Juve kicks things off with possession. It's at Lloyd Kelly's feet. He's going to move it over for Gatti. Up to the right flank for Weah. Quickly closed down. Up ahead for McKennie coming back. Thuram pounces on that after a little bit of an aggressive touch. Thuram moving forward, being watched, trying to spin off there. Looked like he got grabbed, but Souza doesn't see it. Atalanta regroups, winning the ball through Ederson. Now Bellanova driving in centrally before dishing it out to the outside for Kolasinac. Up ahead for Zappacosta. Back for Kolasinac. To Ien, who finds himself right in the heart of the back three. Now to the outside right for Jim City. McKennie closing down. Moves it forward for Juan Cuadrado. Trying to get that ball to the outside. He's nowhere near as he was feeling the pressure of Locatelli on his back. Now Cambiaso over to Gatti. Being watched by Lookman and Retegui. Up ahead for Yildiz, dropping back to collect. Plays it out to the right for Gatti. Has to catch up to it. In for Weah. Back inside for Yildiz, who's dropped all the way back just ahead of the back line. In for Thuram. A lot of pressure from Atalanta. Mistouch there from Weah. It's a throw-in. They look to take it quickly. It's Lookman. Little tap there from Weah. Did well to win it back. Gatti collects. Turns it around. Now Locatelli. Feints to get around Retegui. Over to Lloyd Kelly. Has space to carry up that left flank. Now turns. Fires all the way back for Di Gregorio. And Di Gregorio, he's outside his area. There is nothing for pressure coming. And he continues to carry close to 40 yards out from goal. Now launching this one. Ien's going to go up and heads it easily into the hands of Carnesecchi. 2 minutes in. 0-0. We look at Thiago Motta. Very intense look on his face. Arms crossed. Now starting to yell some orders. Lookman trying to settle this one down the flank there. Can't keep it in play. It's going to be a throw-in. And it's raining there in Turin. So that'll add a little bit of an element here. Weah trying to dry off the ball before he takes his throw-in. Souza says carry on. Weah with a long throw down that right flank. Trying to get it into Colomuani. Does turn on Yen. Tries a cross in. It's on the carpet and Carnesecchi collects. But good work from Colomuani. Getting around Yen. Oh, this is long ball on the ground from Carnesecchi. Retegui trying to get around Lloyd Kelly, who did very well to just shield him away so that could get to Di Gregorio. The ball is at his feet right now. Kefren Thuram has come all the way back to collect. Being watched by Ederson. Di Gregorio does play it to Thuram, who goes back to our keeper. And again, next to nothing for pressure. Retegui moves in. Di Gregorio to McKennie. Out to Lloyd Kelly. Now Lloyd Kelly going over the top. Locatelli's made a run into the area. Now drops off. Back for Cambiaso. Back out to Locatelli. Outside for Nico Gonzalez. Over to McKennie. Sitting about 40 yards from goal. Scanning. Tried a little 1-2 maybe with Colomuani, but it's cut off. McKennie trying to get back. Ederson's running at space. Thuram comes in. This is Lookman on the left. And that's a big block from Kefren Thuram. Oh. And that's how quick Atalanta can turn it on, all right? So we had a missed pass right at the final third there with everybody up in the area. And just like that, it's coming right back at you. Big, big block by Kefren Thuram. Yeah, that's a wake-up call. You're absolutely right, Anton. They're quick. Here's a corner coming in and Swinger goes to the back and battled McKennie between him and Retegui. Cuadrado comes in with a slide tackle. Cambiaso jumps over top of it and he plays it out for a goal kick. Yeah, that one... labeled it. McKennie, I'm talking about him labeling it at the top of the area there when you're trying to play that. Just got to be quick about your decisions. And if it ain't there, swing it to the outside, build up again. But we can't give it to them right in the heart there for them to turn around on us. That was quick. Ederson led the charge. Waited until somebody committed before sliding it out for Kolomouani can't control this, before sliding it out for Lookman, and then Kefren Turam did an excellent job defensively. Bellanova with the throw-in into De Bruyne, who just launches it forward. Retegi gets a touch on it, but Lloyd Kelly's going to easily collect here. Lloyd Kelly on it, and again, over the top. Kolomouani's going to give chase here, working on Hien. With a touch to the outside, great pressure from Kolomouani. No foul there. Tried to get it out, but it does touch Kolomouani before going out, so it's going to be a throw-in to Atalanta. Good pressure there and not taking a foul. I love that. Don't let him off the hook cheaply. Great stuff there from Kolomouani. Bellanova, long throw up that left flank, shoving the back to Cambiaso from Retegi. We collect. Nico Gonzalez goes back to Lloyd Kelly. Now Gatti on it, right in the half circle. Into Turam. Outside for Yildiz, back to Gatti. Now to the outside for Weah. Yildiz has come back, and there's a pass cut off again. Trying a quick one-touch pass there, and doesn't get by the first man in front of him. Was Yildiz. Now Ederson to De Bruyne. He's going to move it to the outside for Jim City. Jim City to Cuadrado, who's been playing very central. It's going to play a big part in whatever Atalanta can create. Now played to Cuadrado again. Goes down very easy. No call given. He's on the ground. Nothing we're not used to. Turam circles after collecting the pass from Cambiaso. Gives it to Locatelli, who carries to the half line. Now forward for McKennie. He's twisting and turning. Finds Turam, who's in the half circle. Now Turam wants to drive forward into Kolomouani. Little touch back out to McKennie. Back in for Turam with the rip just over goal. Oh, mamma mia. What a rip from Kefren. Oh, come on. Get in there. What a hit. Just raises too high, but he's on one, and he's been on one for weeks. He's feeling it. And again, he decides, I'm going to start driving. 1-2, Colo, McKennie in there, finding Turam again, and that's what you got to do. One quick touch and have a rip. Too many of our players, for lack of a better term, fuck around with it too long sometimes. Make your decision and get it going. Cambiaso to McKennie. Nico Gonzalez and Luca with a quick exchange. Now back for Lloyd Kelly. Gatti drops to his right to be an option. Collects now. Weah out on the right flank will collect. Zappacosta watching him. Into Yildiz. The touch. Well beyond. And now Weah gives it up. Here's Lookman running back at Luca. Play to the top for Zappacosta. And the hit is wide. Woo! So the two teams exchange opportunities here. A good one for Turam and then a good one for Zappacosta that he makes an absolute mess of, thankfully. Lloyd Kelly takes the goal kick, plays it short to Di Gregorio. Scanning inside for McKennie. Jesus, get the touch there. Now to Luca, into McKennie. A little 1-2 and pressure on Luca. He finds Kolomouani. And that's cut off, but Luca collects again. Now to Turam. One touch pass to the outside for Lloyd Kelly. Nico wants it. He's making a run, but we go to the outside for Cambiaso. Cambiaso working against Juan Cuadrado. And that's poked beyond him from the challenge. But Locatelli easily collects. Into Turam, exchange between the two. Now played forward for Kolomouani. Back heel to McKennie. He twists and turns. Finds Turam. Turam now quickly outside for Weah, being watched by Zappacosta. Is he going to take him on? Cuts inside, stops, gives it to Yildiz. Now out for Turam. Turam looking for options. Nobody's moving, so he goes back. Flat-footed there. Give him an option. He'll try. Here's Lloyd Kelly making a step up. Has a rip. Oh, and that's wide and high. But I'm okay with that. There you go. Anybody who wants to step up and make a positive play, I'll appreciate it. Let's go. I will never be upset with somebody stepping up and going to take a rip. All right, long ball sent forward. Kolomuani trying to work against Yen here to maintain it. He can't. It's one back. It's Kolasinac on it now, being watched by Yildiz. Up forward for Lookman. He's scanning. Up ahead for Ederson. The two exchange, and now another exchange with Ederson cutting across the middle. Now spraying it out for Bellanova. He heads it back in towards Cuadrado, being watched by Cambiaso. He plays it back for Derun. And they have it out as Bellanova is out, grabbing his wrist on the ground there, all right? As Nico gives him a little shout. Yeah, a little shove there, and then Bellanova on the landing, put his hands down, hurt his wrist. Forza Juve, absolutely. Hell yeah, let's go. Jack Crispy giving some love to Kelly, saying Kelly has been great, to be honest. Mitch saying, I never would have thought we'd play Atalanta with Gatti, Kelly at the back, but, well, so far. So far. Carnesecchi out to Kolasinac. Plays it up ahead down the line, and Gatti settles in, then has it off Lookman for a Juventus throw. We're at 11 minutes, 28 seconds, 0-0. Gasperini giving some orders and directions. Long throw from Weah, looking for Kolomuani. Heads it back in towards the middle for Yildiz, who just can't quite settle it. Now Cuadrado trying to play it out for Bellanova. Good challenge in there from Nico Gonzalez, but Atalanta still maintains possession. Kolasinac now to Zappacosta. Zappacosta up forward for Retegui, who settles it. Back inside for Zappacosta. Trying to work up that left flank. Gives it to Retegui, who gives it to Ederson. Right in the middle of the pitch. Now to Derun, who's in the half circle. And now they try up the right flank. It's Cuadrado up ahead for Jim City. Back for Cuadrado. Into Ederson, who's scanning. To Retegui. Back out to Ederson. Now to the outside for Bellanova. He's going to take Cambiaso on to the outside. Good block from Cambiaso, but it is out for a corner kick. Oh, man. Oh, man. Let's go. Giddy up. Giddy up. Woo! Corner kick to contend here. Here's the delivery. There it is. Curling in. Headed down by Ederson, but wide of Di Gregorio's goal. He watches it. They're going to claim that there's a touch off a Juventus player. They're going to say off of Gatti, and now it's going to be another corner for Atalanta. And it's going to be Cuadrado again, so this one's swinging away from Di Gregorio. Souza's having some issues. They're talking about his watch or whatnot. But he gives the go-ahead for this corner. 13 minutes, 50 seconds, 0-0. Here's another corner. Second one in quick succession. Cuadrado delivers. And it goes to Hien, who takes a stab at it, but falling away from goal. He can't get it anywhere near target. I don't like how free he was. A little push in the back of Locatelli, and then he drops off to the spot, and Loca was left standing where the touch happened. Di Gregorio on it. Into Locatelli. Back to Di Gregorio. And now the pressure coming, and he swings it out to Gatti, who does have some space to carry, but Lookman's got some wheels, and he catches up to him. Now Gatti has to turn, and that's almost cut off by Ederson. Little too slow, little too predictable. What's up, Dan? Great to see you in here. Ciao, ciao. Weah into McKennie. Lovely turn there. Tries to get it up that line for Colo. It's off Zappacosta. It's going to be a throw in to Juventus. Weah steps up again to take this. Weah launches this one. Kolomuani going to work against Hien again, and Hien tries to have it up the pitch. It's going to go out for a throw-in. So Weah getting set to take another one here. Weah goes backwards this time for Gatti. Now to Lloyd Kelly. Has Cambiaso directly to his left. Plays it to him. Here's Gatti on it. Up for Weah. Being pressed. Finding McKennie, who goes back for Kefren Thuram, who will go all the way back to Di Gregorio. Cambiaso is not an option to the outside. He's moved in centrally. And Di Gregorio carrying this forward. There is no pressure. Now drops it off for Thuram. Thuram just scanning and no real options. It gets really awkward in build-up the second Cambiaso abandons that left flank. Here's Di Gregorio moving forward for Kolomuani. It's headed back by Yen, and Bellanova's got to just get it forward. He does. Thuram does battle with Darun, and then Thuram comes out with it. Locatelli can't settle that ball down. Twisting and turning is Retegi. Cambiaso stepped into him, but not before he wins the possession back for his side. Darun now trying a corner ball for Lookman. Lookman's going to catch up to it and keep this one in. No, just can't keep it in. And it'll be a goal kick for Juve. Get a good look at it on this angle here. I don't think it completely left, so Juve getting the fortune on that call. The whole ball's got to cross that line, and I don't think it did. I'll take it, though. Di Gregorio now launching this one out to Nico Gonzalez. He flicks it on. Kolomuani and Yen again working against each other. Yen coming out on top again. Now Nico steps into him. Quadrado now. And that one's off of Quadrado. It's going to be throwing to Juventus. Try and take advantage, you guys. Move quick here. What even happened there? Why did we just waste a throw? I don't understand there. Don't understand what's going on there. Golasinic now. All he can do has been pumping at Route 1 here. Little shoves in the back there from Retegi on Lloyd Kelly, but he easily controls that and plays that back for Di Gregorio. That's a sign of him getting a little bit more comfortable too, because I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but Lloyd Kelly more often than not will go the Premier League way. Oh, lovely touch from Kolomuani. McKennie's got space. Weah's on the right. Plays it out to him. Have a rip. Oh, his touch carried him too far ahead, but we get a corner kick. That's all right, lads. Come on. Gotta be quicker, and the pass has to lead him. God damn. Oh. Either hit him earlier. Come on. Anyways, as I was saying with Lloyd Kelly, he was playing the Prem game, which was booting it up and not using the keeper, the safe, easy plays. Now he looks a little more comfortable. He's able to go back. Here's the corner, and that's cleared out. Only as far as the line. Cambiaso keeps it. Quadrado watching him. He's going to have it back in the mixer, going for Nico Gonzalez. Trying to size up going up aerial and then just stopped completely and didn't even contest it. All right, so here we go. We pass like drunken sailor. McKennie taking some heat here in the chat, rightfully so, as that was way too slow and way too delayed. Let's go, you guys. Carnesecchi now on the goal kick, and he launches this one. Locatelli lining up next to Retegi on this one. They both lose him and Cambiaso, but come back and clean it up. Nico Gonzalez is fouled, so Juve will get to restart things. Eric says, I think we should look at how much Hien would cost. You know what? He, every time I've watched them play, he does look pretty good. He's pretty strong. He's just got a simple play to his game, and it's effective, right? He never tries to do too much. He's good. Oh, here's a little 1-2. Juan Cuadrado collects it with his head, but Cambiaso catches up. It's played in deep. Bellanova, here's a cross going back post. Headed down. Lookman's able to settle it. Oh, and the shot is right at Di Gregorio. So another warning shot fired by Atalanta here. And that was a quick 1-2 that carved us up. But Cambiaso did recover well. Back post though, 3 bodies and a little bit too soft. Thuram though, again, creating a wall between Lookman and goal. This is played forward. Juan Cuadrado battling with Colomuani. Played over to Bellanova into Hien. Locatelli tries to step in to win it. And again, we just can't win this ball. Now it's played forward from Cambiaso into Yildiz. There's a player down for Atalanta. We're not stopping. Up ahead for Gonzalez. Beats Cuadrado. Here's a cross. Oh, all across goal for Weah. And the shot's blocked. Now Lookman and Gatti. Look at the pressure from Gatti as he moves forward. Well done. But now he's caught. And Lookman comes away with it. Oh, Yildiz almost stripped that one, but the touch leads to Karnaseki. They still have Yin down. He's slowly getting up. Cuadrado's telling them to stay down. They now got... He's grasping at his knee, so this could be a big shakeup for Atalanta. Oh, yeah, that was in that challenge, that lunge in with Locatelli, who was going in there like a bat out of hell. And Yen comes out the worst of it, but he's up. He's wincing. He's in pain, but he's moving. And it looks like things are going to continue. Azzurri Juve giving Weah some flack for that shot selection. Oh, this one's blocked. We just can't win it back. And now they go route 1, but Gatti heads it back into the middle for Thuram. Thuram controlling it. Battling through the pressure of Ederson easily to get it back to Gatti, who finds Kelly, who now finds Cambiaso. 23 minutes, 24 seconds, carrying it to the half line, finding McKennie. He's surrounded by blue shirts. To Thuram, who has to play it forward. It will get to Weah. Weah inside for Muani. Back to Thuram, but he misses him with the pass. Now Lookman collects. Weah coming back quickly to slow things up. Lookman now over to Darun, who's going to try tee one up. No, he feints. Over to Retegui. Now outside for Zappacosta, being watched by Weah. Great challenge from Weah. Stops everything, sends it out for an Atalanta throw. And now we can regroup. Oh my God. Oh yeah. We were really waiting on you, Dom. Everybody, we're good now. Dom has arrived. Our Napoli support. Oh, we got Colomuani battling in with Ederson, and then the challenge is going to see him take the foul. All I'm going to say to Dom is don't get yourself banned, all right? Because I'm on a little bit of a hot streak right now. What do we got? We got 2 Inter guys banned and a Lazio fan banned all in the span of like 2 days this week. So I'm quick to the trigger. Don't do it. Don't do it. No, I don't think Dom will. Those other guys were just too sensitive. Retegui's on it for Atalanta. Over to the middle for Darun. Darun now up for Juan Cuadrado. Beats Cambiaso on the first step quickly, and Cambiaso takes the foul. This is going to be a free kick in a very good position for Atalanta. Cuadrado giving Souza the gears to show a yellow card to Cambiaso on that one. Yeah, it was him, Swarid. Enough's enough. Enough was enough. Once the army starts asking for it, I'll pull the trigger. So we got Kolasinac and Darun both over top of this. And Darun crosses this one in. It's a good one. Falls to the back for Ederson. Popped over the top. McKennie's going to go up for it. And they're going to call handball and PK. Fuck me. He goes up for it. It looked like it hit head right to his arm as it's sticking out. It is in a natural... Well, it's unnatural because it's so high up. But I mean, every time you jump up, you put your arms out. Yeah, it's going to be a pen. Fucking hell. Not a bad start to this game for Juve, but Jesus, that's such a garbage one. Lookman settles it. They're looking at that too, but his is with the shoulder, and that's shitty too. Like when it's headed like a foot away from you is what it is. Is what it is. I can't see them not calling this one. It's going to be a PK for Atalanta. Di Gregorio's going to have to come up big here. Yeah, this is the ref that had 24 PKs in 55 games. Yeah, he's got his arm out here. I mean, it is what it is. We need Di Gregorio to come up huge here, everybody. We need to stop. We need to stop. We need to stop. Come on. Why don't they let Lookman take it? They got Retegui taking it. Why don't they let Lookman take it, for God's sakes? Come on, Digre. Come on, Digre. Let's go. Retegui against Digre. PK. Come on. Here's the run up. Retegui stepping up. Digre! Guessed right. He just can't stop it. Come on. Come on. It's another one for Retegui and Juve 1-0 down. Just a fucking stupid way to fall behind in this game. Stupid way to fall behind in this game. And I'm going to be quite honest too. It's just something as simple as just manning up your guy. There was no need for Cambiaso to lunge in on a tricky Juan Cuadrado there and give him a free kick in such a good spot too. Just fucking stand your ground, back up, and just keep him in front of you. And it all stems off that. And then scrambling, trying to get things going. Set piece in from a dangerous spot, and then you can't clear, and everybody's scrambled. It's fucking nonsense. All right, well, we're back at it at 29 minutes, 57 seconds. 1-0 for Atalanta. Come on, Juve, respond. We've been in good sequences this half, but we're not getting enough out of it. Nowhere near enough out of it. Thuram with the best opportunity for Juventus. Weah getting up there a couple times. Here's Kolomuani. Too much. Too much. And loses it. Pressure. 4 guys up right now. Locatelli, Yildiz, Kolomuani, Nico Gonzalez. Shove in the back there, but Souza says Quad's trying to sell it. Weird. Him? Never. Trying to sell a call? Gatti up ahead for Thuram, trying to get through here, but trying to force it. Too many bodies back for Atalanta. Zappacosta over the top here for Retegui, who's being pushed back by Lloyd Kelly. Good pressure from him, but Retegui turns him. But Lloyd Kelly, good pace, still hanging with him, giving him nowhere to go here. And Thuram now stepping in. And he does well. Kefren Thuram comes in to win this. A lot of quick touches in the area for Gatti. Oh my goodness, man. Giving me a jammer. Then tries to launch it forward. It's blocked by Ederson. And then Bellanova tries to head it back, but it goes out. That is some sketchy shit. I'll tell you that. Nico Gonzalez in tight on the flank. Gets it back for Cambiasso into Locatelli. Now ahead for Thuram. Weah seems to be a little standoffish. Let's go. Now he lines up with Zappacosta. Up ahead for Yildiz. Quick to get the cross in, and it's a one-hopper to Carnesecchi. This is wasteful. This is very, very wasteful. Come on, you guys. Got to be stronger. Got to be willing to take a guy on, win a battle. Let's go. Can't be lazy and quick to just throw the ball into the mixer. Come on. Long ball forward. Kelly settles. Locatelli to Cambiasso now. I'm so sick and tired of Cambiasso congesting the middle too, and it just leads to nothing. Stick to the outside. Let's go. Get the wingers moving in forward. Because these guys have been no part of this game. Yildiz, more so him than Nico Gonzalez, but like, wingers are doing nothing. Gatti into Locatelli. Little flip forward, and he misses McKennie, and now they're right back at us. Lookman into Retegui to Ederson. And now he's trying to release Bellanova up that right flank. Plays it to him. Cambiasso watching him. Back for Juan Cuadrado. And now they drop it back. And the fans starting to get a little fired up at the stadium because of us just making stupid mistakes. Kolasinac now back to Hien. Back to Hien. Over to Kolasinac. Being chased by Yildiz. Forces him backwards. Darun has come back deep to drop and pick up. He has. Now up for Lookman. Little flick for Retegui. They're running back at us. Over to Zappacosta. And then that's blocked and off Zappacosta. But he's actually called offside. Oh my God, and Gatti, hands up, just like looking for options, then slow the hell down and stop taking your space away. Wait. Just carries it forward and carries it forward and carries it forward until you're screwed. Wait, if you want guys to move, hang back on the ball and tell them to start moving. Let's go. Di Gregorio on it. He's like 35 out from goal, now 40. No pressure coming, and now he launches this one looking out for Nico Gonzalez, who heads it towards the middle, and nobody's on their toes. You could see, oh my God, ugly challenge from Bellanova all over the back there on Gonzalez. But if you guys see Nico lining up for this one, get on your toes and get ready for a flick on. Why are we standing? Come on. He didn't even hit that PK like right in that corner, man. Di Gregorio so damn close. If he just took that jump a split second earlier, he's probably there. Cross coming in there, and that's headed out into the path of Cuadrado, but Yildiz beats him to it. Turns in possession now. Scanning. Dropping it back for Locatelli. And we're pretty stagnant there. Nobody's moving. Nico's actually friggin' limping. He looks like Skanga trying to get to a buffet line over here. We got Nico. Back for Cambiaso. Tries to swing it out for Weah. Weah settles it here. He's going to take his man on. Zappacosta gets to the outside. And then the cross easily blocked. Lookman's in possession. He's carrying it forward. And Kefren Turam comes in. Grabs him by the back of the shirt. Hauls him down. Stops everything. So Juve can regroup. I tell you what, there's some guys that have been brutal in the final third today, and it's killing us right now so far. One of them is Weah. Has to step it up in the final third. All right, Atalanta with it. De Ruin up ahead for Juan Cuadrado. And my feed literally just skipped to a completely different game. Channel off air. Wow. I'm all of a sudden watching West Ham. What on earth, Fubo? Unreal. Okay, now I'm back. Unbelievable. What is going on? Fubo has gone to West Ham and Leicester. I'm not even joking you. No feed. No feed. I never ever seen this. Never ever seen this. What garbage. Absolute garbage. 38 minutes, 23 seconds. 1-0 Atalanta. Unbelievable. And look, everybody's, a bunch of you in the chat feeling the same heat here. I have no idea. Paramount is not an option for us in Canada. Guess we have to become the 51st state. Unbelievable. Tried it on my phone too to see what the heck is going on. They have literally cut the feed. Well, I guess I'll be watching a scorecast. Let me get a scorecast here. De Ruin almost just scored. Great. Fortunately, Berto, we just scored 2 goals in under 1 minute. I would love it. I'd be happy. I wouldn't even care that I missed a feed here. Let me try to get something else going. Unreal. I'm telling you, these guys, Fubo, are going to hear. They are going to hear. This is nonsense. Absolute joke. Absolute garbage. Let me see what I can dig up here. Unreal. Unbelievable. See if I can dig something up here. This thing is just done. Like, it's just cooked. Everybody's talking about their Fubo died. Yeah, it's terrible. It's an absolute joke. If anybody's got good ideas on streams, hit me up. This is shocking stuff. Shocking stuff from Fubo. When it's your only option in Canada, absolutely brutal. Okay, well, I'm waiting for this feed to get going on here, but now all of a sudden it's just at a commercial. But it should be in the middle of the game at 41 minutes. Like, we're nowhere near the half. Yeah, they just hit 42 minutes. And it's just highlights. It's just Prem highlights right now. Unbelievable. So Nathan's saying that it's back. It's not back here yet. I don't have it back yet. Did you have to back out? Did you have to back out and then back in? I'm back. Oh. It was literally back. What is going on? If you back out, you go in, it goes into the game, and then you lose it. I've never seen such a beast here. I don't think I can hit anything else here. That's shocking stuff. Shocking stuff. So we're still 1-0. I'm back in. 43 minutes, 33 seconds. And Cambiaso's with the ball. Up ahead to Yildiz. Inside, and he misses Thuram. And then takes a foul and gets a yellow. Yildiz. Terrible sequence there for him. Brutal stuff, everybody. Brutal stuff. Oh my God. So stats right now, 58% possession in favor of Juventus, but we've only mustered 3 attempts. 7 attempts with 1 big chance for Atalanta. Of course, they're 1-0 up through the PK of Retegui. Kolasinac in possession now, up the left half. Launching it, and it splits Kelly and Gatti all the way to Di Gregorio. Plays it forward for Cambiaso. Now over to Locatelli. Little flip forward for McKennie, up to Thuram, into Kolomuani, and it's cut off. Too many one-touch pass attempts. Finally, Atalanta wins the ball. Now played out for Lookman. He's got Weah coming back. Gatti watching him. Now out to the left for Zappacosta, being watched by Weah. Push back again to Ederson. Now in for Kolasinac. No, he skips it to Derun. Ederson. Back for Ian. Watched by Kolomuani. To the outside now for Jim City. Jim City carrying it forward to the outside. And here we go. Bellanova. Inside for Retegui. Back outside. Juan Cuadrado. Now he goes into the middle for Ederson. Oh my God, they split us right through the middle, but Di Gregorio reads it nicely. And yes, we have 2 minutes of added time. I got to stop the ticker as I lost track there. Here's Lloyd Kelly on it. Up ahead for Cambiaso. We got 2 minutes added time here. It's 45 minutes, 20 seconds. Cambiaso into Thuram for Yildiz. Twisting and turning, and Lookman strips him of it, and now they're running at us. They've got 4 bodies against just Gatti and Kelly. Here's Lookman. Sizing it up. Here's a hit, and it's blocked off the post. And then Di Gregorio gets it out. It's at Ederson. Here's a shot. Blocked. Stops for Lookman, and that's a huge save from Di Gregorio again. How this game is not 2-0 right now is a lot of fortune and Di Gregorio. This is crazy. Absolutely pathetic in the final third from Juventus. And every time they're coming back at us with numbers, we look suspect. You've got to clean it up. They have no idea in the final third so far, Juventus. They have no idea in the final third. Everybody up there has been very, very poor. Our best attempt comes from Kefren Thuram driving forward with a 1-2 and then taking a strike. Outside of that, the outsides have done nothing. And there's Zappacosta with a rip. Another huge save from Di Gregorio. This man has been an absolute unit in this game. We could be getting throttled all of a sudden. Here we go inside again to Ederson. And that one's just wide. Holy smokes. And this half's going to come to an end here. We're scrambling. We're scrambling. We only conceded on a PK, but Di Gregorio's been an absolute beast, and this was a crazy sequence of saves from him. There's the half, everybody. Holy smokes. That halftime couldn't have come at a better moment because we are getting run. We are getting absolutely run. In the final third, we ain't got it figured out, and we're nowhere close. These guys don't have a clue in the final third right now. There is no connections. It's very slow. And again, take a step and have a go. But Yildiz is actively trying a lot more than Nico Gonzalez. Nico Gonzalez just hasn't been effective whatsoever. Kolomuani's trying his best, but more often than not, we just aren't there. And McKennie's been, again, very active, trying a bunch, but you know what? Key sequences are falling apart at that role and at the winger role. So you might have to look to make a shift. I'll be quite honest, even something like moving McKennie out to the right wing and getting Yildiz in the central position there will help. Cambiaso, keep him to the outside. Getting him in centrally isn't helping anything, and it's actually hurting us defensively on those counterattacks because he's taken himself out of position, and then we have nothing. Like Gatti and Kelly were left all alone on that last sequence, and it's shocking stuff. So I would literally, you don't even technically need to make a sub, but I'm not against Imbangula coming into this game for Gonzalez, who isn't doing much, but get Yildiz in centrally, and I'd even be okay with trying McKennie out at that outside right position, but something has to change. Kolomuani's going to have to drop in and get out of there, and yeah, he's just, it's been too easy to rule him out too. He's been left to just one-touch passing and plays here, so very, very difficult half there of football. Again, I'll hit you with the stats and we'll get into some Storm the Barn. And I see some of you want to call in. And yeah, we could probably work that, all right? We could probably work that. Oh. Storm the Barn. Berto is so excited to be the 51st state. Take it easy. Take it easy. What subs do I want? I think Nico needs to come off for certain. I'm not opposed to Imbangula coming in there. And then I think a small tweak of McKennie to the outside with Yildiz coming in centrally might help us. But even Yildiz is struggling. We're all struggling. It needs to be quicker. The fullbacks need to get involved higher up the pitch. We need to get bodies in the final third. And we just need to be quick. It's very, very slow at certain people's feet Kefren Turam, again, he picked up the ball and decided, hey, I'm going to try and make something happen, push forward. There's not enough of that amongst all the other guys. Very hesitant, very slow, very standoffish. Grab the bull by the horn, so to speak, and let's fucking go. Push forward. Come on. Turam needs to march forward and bag one for us. If not, no one is going to do it. And that's a sad reality, is where are these guys at? Weah had multiple opportunities to be quick about it and get after it. McKenny has been hesitant and very unfortunate with that handball. I still say that's always tough when the head is like literally the ball is played and you're already midair, so you can't control anything. It's always hard, but that's going to get called because of where his arm is. It's not that unnatural when you jump up to spread your arms out. Nonetheless, here we go. In terms of Di Gregorio, what an absolute unit, okay? What an absolute unit. Di Gregorio and Bremer are our only two players that are already world-class. Any doubts on Di Gregorio, man? I don't even know. That was insane. Charles, what was that shit in injury time out of nowhere? Yeah, it was completely scrambled. Like I said, that halftime couldn't have come at a better moment because we need to completely regroup. Something we said, we got to monitor Thiago Motta in adjustments and what exactly, we do to adapt. This is a big one because we do have to adapt. WhatsApp, you could shoot me a message here if you want to come in for a call at halftime. All right, so send a text. I know I'll get to one. I don't know how much more time we're going to get, but we got one waiting to get in here, so we might as well. RB, you want it in? RB.
Yo, what's up, bro?
There you are, brother. How you doing, man?
Other than Juventus, I'm doing all right.
What do you think out of this first half? What are your thoughts?
I don't know. We've just not created anything because
the
Atalanta goalkeeper really had to make any saves, and I agree with you. I don't know why. For me, Nico Gonzalez shouldn't be starting this game. First of all,
yeah.
Second of all, in my opinion, Yildiz needs calling out. But Yildiz for me was absolutely atrocious. I know you said he was trying, but for me, he was dreadful in that first half.
I think he's still gonna be one of the guys that possesses something in creative play that we're gonna need, right? So I'm not. Yeah, I do agree with you. Obviously, left a lot to be desired, but I'm at the point where he's trying to do a lot, and I think getting some help out there, like Nico was ineffective, completely ineffective. Even McKenny to some degree. So I think you have to fix something there before jumping the gun and just flat out saying goodbye. And Nico Gonzalez, I'd be okay with Mbangula coming on for sure. Yildiz, I wouldn't jump to send Yildiz off to the bench just yet.
Yeah, no, I agree. I can have it because, like you said, Yildiz has always got that star quality in him. So I can definitely understand why you're saying that. But give it another 20 minutes, and if it's the same, I would bring Mbangula on.
Yeah.
And for me, he should have started Mbangula because every time he's played, he's impressed me, to be honest.
Yeah. The tough thing is that that's going to be it for wingers. So I don't want to be in the situation where I'm left with Nico out there for the rest of the game. So it's kind of tough too. But I don't know. Nico on the left in general, I've only seen one good game from him on that left side, and the rest has left a lot to be desired. It's not looking good for him out on that side. It really isn't.
I agree. To be honest, one more thing I want to add. Ultimately, I think this game comes down to Motta's approach. Not the approach. Actually, no, that's not right of me to say because the intent was there when we came out.
Yeah.
But when we conceded that first goal, and maybe it was a dubious call, we can't blame the referees. Maybe for the call, it's harsh. I'm not sure, but you've got to react to it. You've got to react to it, and the fact we didn't test the goalkeeper.
Yeah,
it just speaks volumes of how horrendous our crossing was.
We had about 60% possession in a lot of sequences, a lot of play in their half and just outside the final third. I mean, we got to make more happen. We can't piss around and be upset that, you know, the one-off play, like, yeah, no matter what, it sucks to concede like that. But I mean, it shouldn't have ultimately really happened. I mean, the reason they're getting all these counters is just our terrible passing once they close down in the final third. Like, we can't find each other at all, and it gets so slow and stagnant. So we have to pick it up. I think the fullbacks need to step it up. Like, Cambiaso and Weah have done absolutely nothing in the final third. And Cambiaso, this whole thing with Mota and pulling your fullbacks centrally on one side as another midfielder, all it's doing is congesting the whole place, and they're not finding each other, and we lose flank play on the left. We've only had flank play on the right. So he's got to balance it out, spread it out, and keep Cambiaso to the outside. And maybe that'll help Nico, but I'm okay with Nico leaving and being in Bangula, and he plays it a lot more free. But this is definitely going to tell us a lot about Mota, because so far this season, we felt that it's been one of the shortcomings. When we talk about him adapting and just being able to change a game, this is one we need to change. So let's see.
Yeah.
Some of the comments, though, we got Footfacts YouTube saying, nah, Berto, I disagree. Yildiz should be subbed off. All right. Maybe I'll run a poll and we'll see how you guys feel about subbing him off. And then others saying we showed too much respect to Atalanta. You think it was a respect thing? Too much respect?
Potentially, yeah. Potentially, because I don't know, in the final third we just weren't good enough. And yeah, potentially, I think we did give them a little bit too much respect.
Yeah.
Because Atalanta on the counters, they were flying. Their passing was crisp. They were brilliant on the counter. Atalanta. I think they deserve to be 1-0 up. And to be honest, very unlucky not to be 2-0 up. If it wasn't for Di Gregorio, we're losing that game 2-0.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Potentially 3. He came up just massive. And after the goal, it felt like we just fell asleep in a lot of sequences and moments. Like, it's like that intensity kind of faded too. And we were just scrambling. We were completely scrambling. It's crazy that sequence didn't come out with an Atalanta goal, but I'll take it because, we've got to try to muster up a big second half fight. So let's see.
We have to win this game. Like, a draw for me, if we, fans are dreaming of this Scudetto, we have to win this.
This one in Fiorentina, like I said, if anybody wants to talk about that, both of those have to be a win. Otherwise, that goes out the window, and then it's just strictly top 4. That's it. So let's see, man. But appreciate you jumping on. We're going to keep things rolling. I will run a poll question out there. We're going to have some fun with some more Storm the Barn. Always appreciate you jumping on, man. And we'll see. We'll probably do some more post-match. Ciao.
See you later.
All right. So, yeah, we've got we got a bunch trying to get in here too. We'll probably get to another one. I will start a poll question here because I'm curious now with to see where everybody stands here. Sub Yildiz off. Where are you guys at on that? Just started a poll question, and we're going to get another caller in here. Just going to go in order. We'll see how much time we have for everybody. And obviously, halftime's tight. We will do some more post-match, okay? But let's see who we got here. Alve.
Yes, bro. How you doing?
Hey, good. How are you?
I'm good. Except for you, bro.
Oh, I know. Well, give me your thoughts, man. Right now, the question is, do you sub Yildiz out of this game? 57% say yes, actually creeping up to 60%. What are your thoughts on the performances? What do you want to see change?
I say bring Nico out first. Give him 15 minutes more, move him into the center, and if he doesn't do anything, just sub him out for Mbangula or something.
Yeah, I think it's tough right now because Atalanta is pretty much playing this one perfectly because they're shutting down the flanks we're helping them because one of our flank players, we move centrally. So they're forcing us to the center. We're trying to go through there. And every time we cough the ball up there, it's an easy counterattack for them. So we are playing into their hand 100%. So we need to actually do way better on the outsides, and we need to force the game to the outside. We need to get in dangerous positions there, and we got to send some bodies forward. And at least if you're going to lose it out on the outside, it's not immediately coming right back at you with those counterattacks, which have been very dangerous, right? So I think we got to work the outsides way better, and Weah and Cambiaso have to step up. What do you think?
Yeah, I think, Weah also, he was too sloppy in attack, man. He should have, McKennie, very bad pass, but he shouldn't have taken that touch, like too forward. He should have just maybe shot on one touch or taken a little smaller touch or something. But I think they need to work more on the flanks. Cambiaso was too much in the middle. He should have been way more out onto the left. To play those balls and just kind of see the field instead of being right up with Luca and Thuram.
Yeah. Well, we're getting ready for second half kickoff, and Mr. Tone Colt Miners is set to come on the pitch. So, hey, it's up to Cope. Let's see. Hopefully he can bring some spark that none of these other guys have been able to. I'm not going to hold my breath, brother, but I want to say this is your first time calling in. Thanks for the support, man, and great to see you in here.
Yes, thank you, bro.
You betcha. We'll see you in the chat. Hopefully we turn this around and we could celebrate a victory. Thanks for the call in, brother. Appreciate it. Ciao, ciao.
Thank you. Ciao.
All right, everybody. Like I said, we're getting ready for second half here. We will do more in the post-match, okay? They've got Brescianini set to come on. Atalanta does, and we are looking to tone Colt Miners, okay? 57% are in favor of substituting Yildiz in this game. So I am in the minority. I'm in with the 43%. I don't believe I would do it just yet, and I think Nico Gonzalez would be my first look. But as far as adjustments, we need to work the outsides better. We're playing right into Atalanta's hands, and I don't like it. Still waiting to get the subs. The rest of the players coming out. You look at Di Gregorio, and my God, Di Gregorio keeping this thing respectable at the 1-0 here. So they've got Juan Cuadrado coming out and Brescianini coming in. And we've got Tone Cope Miners coming in for Kenan Yildiz. So Yildiz does get substituted. There you go. There you go. We look at the stat here. Malta unbeaten in his last four against Atalanta. 3 wins, 1 draw. Love to make this a victory. Second half kickoff upon us. And I will wait to get my kicker going. Here we go, everybody. Second half is kicked off. Fino alla fine. Forza Juventus. Hien launching this one out to the left flank. Headed there. Will go out. My ticker is about 6 seconds from getting turned on here. And there we go. We're back. Full time. Synced up. Let's go, everybody. Retegui trying to keep this one in play. It goes out. It's going to be goal kick. Di Gregorio rushing to pick this one up. Put it back into play. All right. Lloyd Kelly carrying this one out after the short goal kick. And Colt Miners is playing out on the wing. And there's a pass cut off. Locatelli trying to make a long run there. Lloyd Kelly's pass cut off. Now Ederson finding Lookman. He's working on Gatti. And there's a shot stopped again. And it goes to De Roy. And it's in for 2. It's in for 2. Absolutely garbage from Juve. Absolute garbage from Juventus, everybody. Absolute fucking garbage. Jesus Christ, you guys. What in the hell are we doing? Di Gregorio makes a big stop on the first one, but I mean, look at the laziness here. Locatelli's going long. Lloyd Kelly plays short. What are we doing? And again, up the middle with the counterattacks. And everybody's sleeping in coverage here after Di Gregorio can't hang on. Makes a big save on Lookman's first shot. And he even gets a piece of that second one in the rebound. But we're absolutely sleeping, you guys. Holy. This is going to take one epic turnaround for Juventus now. Epic turnaround. Epic turnaround to try and get something out of this game. A victory, my God. Just to get a draw here. And Locatelli's launching forward here as a midfielder. And we're trying to play up the pipe. And I just said that's playing to their hands. You got to get strong on the flanks here, you guys. They're countering us left, right, and center. Just perfectly with us coughing it up in the middle of the pitch all day. Get the flanks going. Here's Kolomuani with a little touch to the outside. Quickly chewed up. And now Gatti trying to carry through the middle. Playing it out to Cambiasso, who's narrow again. And we'll play it into the middle until we cough it up again. Come on. Out to Co-Miners on the flank. Into Kefren Thuram. Thuram over to Weah. Can't turn and face goal. And we're just pushed backwards. Just no ideas. Not enough movement. Not enough creativity to hurt Atalanta. Just easily pushing us back all the way to Di Gregorio. And then we got to do this, which is go Route 1. Gonzalez with a flick on right into the hands of Carnesecchi. Takes another big knock for his troubles. Gets up. Pressing on Bellanova. He's got to go all the way back. Jim City pops it over the top. Lloyd Kelly and Retegui battling there. Settles with Gatti. Carrying it up forward. Now to the outside for Weah. Co-Miners making a move to the right corner there. Kolomuani settles. Over to the outside for Co-Miners. Played inside for Weah. Trying to settle it for McKennie. Has a hit but can't find it on target. That's better. Use the outsides. Move forward. Send some bodies in the mixer and then go from there. If only he could have volleyed that thing like he did against PSV in the first leg. This is infuriating. Just infuriating to concede so quick in the second half for Juventus. Kefren Thuram going up, heading it down for Kolomuani. Chests it down, little touch to McKennie. Now out for Locatelli, trying to carry this one forward. Does get a step out. And then he crosses it, and it goes over the goal. He gets it all wrong on his off foot. How is Locatelli the one pushing forward, driving, making these runs from the midfield? How is it Loca? It's just wild to me. I've never seen him make this many runs like that. And we let De Roon score too, which drives me absolutely nuts. Can't stand that guy. Flicked on by Retegui. Brescianini. Charging with Cambiasso there, who shields it all the way out for a goal kick. 2-0 Atalanta, 50 minutes here. Gatti to the outside for Weah. Inside for McKennie. Tries to settle this one. Can't end up finding Gatti. It's popped over the top. Little touch there. Lloyd Kelly comes in to clean it up. Goes to the outside for Co-Miners and he gets his touch all wrong. Zappacosta now inside. It falls for Lookman. Holy smokes, you guys. The ball's even going through us like our players are Swiss cheese. Nico Gonzalez trying to do a little too much. There's got to be a foul there, ref. Now we see Alberto Costa looking to come on. We see Kalulu getting ready. Flank play needs to step up. Godspeed to anybody that's coming into this thing to try and turn things around, because there's a lot that we need to improve on. Played forward here, and Lookman cannot keep it in. Gatti presses him. Quickly has the throw in for Kefren Turam. Turam moving forward. Locatelli wants it. Plays into him, and he gets the first touch pass wrong. Come on, you guys. You're not even being pressured. Great work by Lloyd Kelly to win this back for us. Come on, you guys. It's a one-touch fucking pass to a guy 6 feet away from you. McKennie backheel into Kolomuani, trying to take on Yen, and he cleans it up nicely. Good pressure from Juve, but we cannot retain that ball. That's better. Take a guy on. Let's go. Try and make something happen. And find him at feet quicker. Ball's got to move quicker. Let's go. Weah to the outside on Gatti. He turns inside to Kefren Turam. Turam making a dart and run forward. Finding McKennie to the outside for Cambiaso. Now forward for Nico Gonzalez. And he does get the benefit of the doubt there on the foul call on Bellanova. I didn't think there was much there. And we got 3 substitutions here. Imbangula, Kalulu, and Alberto Costa all set to come in. Gonzalez, Weah, and Gatti all coming out. You know what? From your text to the football gods, 3-2 is coming. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. That would be a turnaround of epic proportions, and we need a turnaround of epic proportions. We're at 53 minutes, 10 seconds. It's 2-0 Atalanta. So now we're going with all the guys that can carry. So Gatti's coming out because we're going with all the guys that can carry the ball. And so Lloyd Kelly, you've got Kalulu, you've got Alberto Costa coming in to try and create something, and you got Imbangula looking to strike. Let's go. Let's start here. Ball played in from Co-Miners. Cleared out. Locatelli heads it back into the mixer. Stops for Costa. Takes a shot and it's blocked. Appreciate trying to line one up and have a go. Let's go, everybody. Imbangula's on it now. To the back for Locatelli. Over for Cambiaso. Cambiaso starting to carry forward. Tries to thread the needle there. It's cut out, but he steps forward. And now again, one back by Atalanta. Kolasinac. Trying to play it ahead. Kalulu collects. Now it's Locatelli. So Imbangula, I think, is going to head out to the right wing. Or Costa. Unless we're making back 3, we're going 2 wing backs, which might be the case. Cambiaso, Kelly, Kalulu. Locatelli sending it in there. And Kolomuani wins a foul here on Jim City. You got to keep doing that, man. Got to keep doing that. They're going to play you that hard and give you that. You got to try and sell it. You got to try and take it. And he did get clipped there. That is a foul. That's the right call. Oh, my God. Weah made a mess of that one. Thankfully, we were able to recover because Lookman did dribble Di Gregorio. Here's a cross going back post. Headed back into the mixer, but Kolasinac clears it for Atalanta. Imbangula is going to watch this one go out and then take the throw in. He's going to quickly have it to the back for Locatelli. Locatelli pressing forward. Now he moves up. Oh my goodness, you guys. Are you serious with this passing? Are you serious with this passing right now? My goodness. And yeah, no, you know what? Hakraf. Day. Fuck out of here. I said I'm quick to the trigger, and I am. Not having any of it. Oh my goodness, Locatelli. Passing is just atrocious. Lloyd Kelly out muscling there, and then Locatelli earning the foul, but my God, man. To look at Cambiaso, open yourself up. Get it out to the outsides. Let's go. They flooded the middle. Here's Costa carrying forward. Playing it forward for McKennie. Little touch back into him. Nothing doing, and here we go. They're trying to send Retegui, but that's collected by Kalulu. Played up ahead for Locatelli. Locatelli now to Kefren Thuram. Thuram. Sending it to the outside for Cambiaso, and that's putting him under, but the ball is touched by Brescianini going out for Juventus throw. 56 minutes, 43 seconds. Quick throw by Cambiaso into Locatelli. Now over for Kelly. My God. Chucking muffins around. Locatelli, man, seriously, wake up. Wake up. This is insane, man. You can't even hit a 4-foot pass now all of a sudden. Lloyd Kelly on it for Juve. Played forward here for Mbangula. Trying to work against Bellanova. Has pressure coming from Ederson. Finds Thuram. Now over to Cambiaso. Carrying it forward. To the outside for Locatelli. Back out for Cambiaso. Too slow, man. Too slow. When you have a break like that, you gotta look. You gotta take chances. That's what got you into trouble in the first half, because you couldn't find lanes or even take the chances. Colt Miner's on it, but we're in no position to make anything happen right now. Just useless passes from outside to inside. Now out to Lloyd Kelly and Cambiaso standing right next to him. And here's another weak pass cut out. They're going to try to get up the outside with Bellanova. Stepped in by Cambiaso. Now up to Mbangula. Up ahead for Thuram. Getting pressured. Finding Cambiaso. Now to Locatelli. Finding Colt Miners. Costa. Make that move. Up that flank. Oof. He was trying to have that through ball. That was going to be way too long with how much heat he had on that. Getting blocked and going out for a throw-in was probably our best opportunity. Here's Kefren Thuram trying to make something happen, but just too many bodies in there. Ederson with an elbow into McKennie. We're going to get a free kick here. See if we can make something happen on a set piece, which has been... Oh my God. We got a card there for that, ref. Serious? Get a card there? No? Huh. There's Cambiaso working on Bellanova. Cuts inside to his right foot. Into McKennie. Out for Thuram. Back to McKennie. Oh, tries to line up a left-footed shot, but it's closed down. Lloyd Kelly out to Locatelli. Too stagnant in the area. Everybody's just standing there waiting for a cross. Here's Cambiaso working on Bellanova. The cross is cut out. Alberto Costa is going to drop back to collect. He does. Has Lloyd Kelly next to him. Plays it to him. Lloyd Kelly out to Mbangula. Little touchback for Locatelli. Inside for Cambiaso. Tries a back heel. That's cut out. Again, why are we trying to get so fancy? Just move the ball effectively. Thuram into Cambiaso. Back out to Thuram. Kalulu was getting forward. That would have been the ball to play. Now out to Locatelli and his touch. Holy hell, man. Dude's got springboards for feet all of a sudden. Kalulu with a cross. Holy, that's going well wide. And Mbangula can't settle off the Bellanova header. That is how it's going for us right now, everybody. Nightmare stuff. Nightmare stuff. Holy. This is shocking stuff. Shocking stuff. Wow. I don't even know, you guys. 62% possession for Juventus. 5 total attempts. 15 total attempts with 6 of them big chances for Atalanta. Retegui comes off. You got De Catalare coming up now. He's going to be up forward with Lookman. My God. 15 total attempts and 6 of them are big chances. We haven't created a big chance yet this game. 2-0 for Atalanta. Thuram up ahead for Locatelli. Back heel flick for Cambiaso. Now up ahead for Locatelli into Mbangula. But they call it dead, saying handball. See Vega on the side, Vlahovic on the side, Perin, Pinsolio. Oof, Costa comes over the back there of Lookman, but they're going to let advantage play on. And now they did let advantage play. It's going to be thrown for Juve. Plays it forward for Kolomuani, and his touch beyond Yen is cut out by Derun. Kolomuani trying to do a lot as he's been on an island all game. Jim City launching this one. Lloyd Kelly coming in, heading it towards Mbangula. Cut off by Derun. It's going to be a throw-in. Oh, man. Cambiaso. Into Taram. Out to Cambiaso. To Kelly. Side to Kalulu. Out to Alberto Costa. Played up the line for Colt Miners. Little back heel in there. Zappacosta under total pressure from Alberto Costa, but he does take the foul. 62 minutes, 36 seconds, 2-0 Atalanta, and it's not looking good. It hasn't looked good for, well, since that PK. Since that PK against Weston. It hasn't looked good since. Kolasinac to the outside. Zappacosta up ahead for De Catalare. Now up the flank for Lookman. He's going to be running at Kalulu. Kalulu gets just enough to get it to Cambiaso. Now to the outside to Luca for Mbangula. Back to Cambiaso. Back outside for Kalulu. Up ahead for Colt Miners. Cuts inside. Finds Cambiaso. He wants it. He collects now. Ahead of that left flank. Up ahead for Kolomuani. Little touch into Mbangula, who just launches it well over Kolo and McKennie. Collected by Kolasinac. My goodness. Where are we playing these passes? McKennie's going to cut out the through ball that was looking for Ederson, and he's going to play it all the way back to Di Gregorio. Now to Lloyd Kelly. Juve just not looking like they're going to be able to create a serious opportunity, let alone enough to conjure up 2 goals. Taram trying to flip this one forward. Colt Miners, flat-footed. Kolasinac collects, running right back at us. Dishing it out for De Catalare, inside for Lookman, and then cleared out. But too far for Mbangula. Bellanova lets it run for an Atalanta throw. This is ugly. 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 Di Catalare working against Lloyd Kelly on that left. Cuts inside. That is along the carpet, and Kalulu cuts that one out. It's going to be an Atalanta corner. 64 minutes, 50 seconds. At every run, they look like they can get a good opportunity against us. I don't even know if we're going to get a good opportunity, period. Our best chance was Kefren Taram going rogue and having that strike just outside the area in the first half. Frustrating match. Headed out by Kefren Taram, but Bellanova's going to keep it. Back in play, chested down by Cambiaso, and collected. Ederson on it. Twisting and turning, now back for Bellanova. Up ahead for Ederson again, who's out on that right flank, and he's going to cross it in again. Alberto Costa is going to head that, but only as far as Zappacosta. And again, Atalanta just keep this ball on the perimeter of our area. Zappacosta in for Kolasinac, who's running in. Played out to him, little 1-2. And drop for him, and there's a third. There's a third. Absolutely carved. And from a terrible angle, this is a slaughtering. This is a slaughtering. This is a slaughtering. Bodies getting forward, attacking space, running at space, doing so without fear. working predominantly from the outside so that the counters can't even hurt him. This is an absolute thrashing at home. In Turin. You're right, Brandon. This is beyond embarrassing, you guys. Fucking shit. Back heel from Kolasinac into the path of Zappacosta through Lloyd Kelly's legs, and it beats Di Gregorio. Absolute shit hauling. Absolute shit hauling. Some of us have said it, okay? Some of us have said it, okay? And that's one game at a time. One game at a time for quite some time. And then it's like, this is the reason. Every time. And I got fooled like 3-4 times throughout this season, okay? 3 or 4 times throughout this season. You get your hopes up, and this team gets absolutely slapped in the fucking face. But today, there's nothing as far as realizing what isn't working and getting it going and changing things. And it's just player changes. That's not enough. We don't understand. We don't understand what these teams are doing, how to hurt them. Here's Weston McKennie trying to get something going, running up top of the area. Holy fuck, you guys. This is like watching a group of children get together, learning the game together for the first time. What on earth is this? You get the ball, you have a line of sight at the top of the area, Locatelli, and you want to play a quick immediate pass to Weston, who just gassed himself trying to fucking get that ball won back. You got a line of sight on goal, shoot the damn ball. Why are we so scared to grab the bull by the horns? Everybody on this team second guesses themselves, except for Kefren Turam. And look at, they're running at us again. Brescianini now. Played out to Decatelare. And he turns around 2 guys. Finally, Turam wins it. Cambiasso up ahead for McKennie, and it's chewed up by Derun. Here's Ederson. Out for Brescianini. And that's a big block by Lloyd Kelly. They are all over us. Locatelli settles this one. Mbangula back out to Loca. McKennie with a touch in for Lloyd Kelly. Takes it back to the shit side. We're completely flooded on that side. Go to the opposite. Thank you. As Alberto Costa's wide open there. He collects now. We can regroup a bit at least. Drops it for Kalulu here. Into McKennie, and it's a one-touch pass that's easily cut out. And I've had just about enough of this shit. Garbage. Absolute garbage. Absolute garbage. Holy shit. Colt Miners is out there. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. McKennie having a howler. I would have switched him to the outside at half. I would have kept Yildiz on, played him as a 10. I'm not saying this is why everything fell apart, but the outsides have been just weak. Just weak. And we keep playing it through the middle. We get chewed up. And even when we get into good sequences, nobody's got the wherewithal or the guts to fucking step up to try and make something happen. This is just a destruction, man. They could have had 6 goals against us this game. The up and down, the yo-yo season continues, everybody. It is top 4. It is reach top 4 for this team and regroup. Absolutely shit-hauled at home. No care in the world from management. No. This is just a systematic problem. Atalanta passing the ball around us like Rotondo in training. Mota's last shift, God willing. It's ugly. This is ugly. And again, big moments. This team for 4 years running now in big ones. Falling flat. Colomuani to the outside for Alberto Costa, doing everything he can to catch up to this one. He beats Zappacosta, but Zappacosta recovers. Inside, and Atalanta trying to work their way out. In the end, it's off to Ram. It's going to be a throw-in for Atalanta. They'll take their sweet time. 72 minutes, 30 seconds. Well, unless we see a Dusan Vlahovic hat-trick, this game is toasted, everybody. Absolutely toasted. Carnesecchi launching this thing. Cambiaso going back. Being a fan of Juve is like being a masochist. Oh, man. It's been something over these past few years. It really has. Kalulu's carrying it here. Darun had some pressure on him and then backed off. He carries it 10 yards before passing over to Alberto Costa. He's got nowhere to go. Miners pinned to a flank. No matter where the fuck you play him, you could play him goalie, and I feel like he would just be pinned to a flank. Cambiaso just getting mauled by Brescianini. Finally gets it to Kalulu. Alberto Costa carrying it forward, trying to find Mbangula, and it's cut out yet again. Like a million of our passes this game, we cannot connect with one another. Dusan Vlahovic coming in the 74th minute, and he's going to be taking Colomuani off. And we're going to continue with the Weston McKennie thing. For what? It just hasn't worked. This game, it turned out to not suit him. Colomuani at least is trying to beat guys. At least can try to do something. I would not be taking him off at this moment of the game. Like, do you want to score goals? Back to Carnesecchi, launched up. Headed down by De Catalare. Mbangula watching it out for a throw-in. Drops it back for Cambiaso. Man, I don't even know. Like, can we just get one big chance in this game? Can we just create one big chance in this game? I would love to see one big chance for us, considering we've given up like 7 or 8. Darun playing it back, and Carnesecchi handles it. It's a hopper up to De Catalare. Tries to turn Lloyd Kelly. Does well to earn the foul. And Atalanta will be able to chew even more clock. This is, yeah, it's an ugly one today, everybody. Alberto Costa playing it to the inside. Locatelli now outside for Cambiaso. Back over to Alberto Costa to Locatelli. And Locatelli trying to find Alberto Costa. He tries to collect that. He can't. But, oh my goodness. Vlahovic with a slip. Putting it right in the path of Lookman. And that's a fucking fourth. right down our throats. That sums it up. Get all these guys off the pitch. Just shut it down. Holy Christ, man. We're going to need a mercy rule. What on earth, you guys? Unbelievable. Vlahovic in a plain Jane maneuver to just work across the side to pass the ball. His plant foot slides and literally puts the ball in Lookman's path, and he just moves forward and buries. Oh my God. Yeah, for the FC 25 players, press pause, and yeah, leave match. FC 25, pause, leave match. It gets deflected. It's blocked as Locatelli and Lloyd Kelly merge, and it beats Di Gregorio even after the deflection. Embarrassing. An absolute throttling. Absolute throttling. Absolute throttling. Just brutal. Like, did we just think that it was going to be like the Verona game and we were just going to dominate this team? Is that what these guys thought? Did they think that this was just going to be won easily like that? Like, you can talk about pressure. You can talk about, yeah, maybe you can make something happen in the end, right? If you get a couple of these big wins. And every time you talk like that, this team just crumbles. Just crumbles. Just cannot take it. They cannot take the slightest bit of expectation. Anytime there's a little bit of expectation ramping up on them, it's just crumbling. Pasalic and Samardzic set to come on for Atalanta. Ederson going to make way for Pasalic. Do you think this will be a setback for us in the Scudetto race? Yes. This could be a setback in the top 4 race. Like I said, we're not far from the top because of those teams and what they've been doing, but we're also not far from sliding out of that top 4 baseline, right? This is ugly. And the way this is happening, so convincing for Atalanta, scares me. Scares me for the mentality of this team moving forward. Mentality that we've struggled with all season long. And we even talked about, I said in the pregame show, yeah, it's 5 on the trot, but what, 1 convincing win out of those 5? And this has just been, and look at them. They're just coming back at us again. They're on the run there. Ball crossed in, just missing Kolasinac for a header. They're going for 5. They're running at us for the embarrassing scoreline. It's already embarrassing, 4-0 at home. Coal Miners. Back for Thuram. Thuram. To Kelly. To Locatelli. 80 minutes, 52 seconds. Working it around the back. Now up to Alberto Costa. Love these official match kit advertisements out of here. Try and sell us some more. Down 4-0. Try and sell us some more kits. Try and sell some Prime. What are we doing? You know what you should put up on that board right now is I'm sorry. You should put that up. We're sorry. Di Gregorio out to Lloyd Kelly, and he's going Route 1, and this is easily going to be picked up by Carnesecchi. And they're just killing clock on us. They absolutely dunked on us in our house. 4, and we walked away with a flattering 1-0 in the first half with some massive Di Gregorio saves, or it could have been a hell of a lot worse. Samardzic stops it into the path of Bellanova, played out for Brescianini. That's too far for him, which actually allows us to regroup, but now out for Samardzic. Carries over, plays it across the carpet for Pasalic. To Di Catalare. Zappacosta. Back for Pasalic. Up the line here. Now inside for Kolasinac. Stepping inside. McKennie comes in, closes down, but it's still in their possession. Zappacosta and Di Catalare just guarding it there. We got another substitution. It's Toloi coming in. Kolasinac going to be the one to come out for Toloi. McKennie back to Kalulu. And that's cut out by Toloi immediately. Costa trying to get the ball forward. Does well to win a battle here. McKennie played back for Kalulu. To Locatelli, into Thuram, back to Locatelli. Now to the outside for Costa. Inside for McKennie. And McKennie now trying to play forward for Vlahovic. He's not going to be able to beat Bellanova to that ball. Does go across the other side there. And Coal Miners can't win the battle against Toloi. Coal Miners has been a passenger since coming on. That was not helping our wing issue. Who could have seen that one coming? Cambiaso to the back for Di Gregorio. 84 minutes, 12 seconds. Fans empty in the stadium. The fans are definitely going to hear it, or the players are definitely going to hear it from the fans. And to be honest, it shouldn't be just the players facing the fans. Motta should have to go and walk out there with them. This is pathetic. This was pathetic. We need more from a lot of the players today, but we needed more from Motta as well. The guidance is just lacking. Here's McKennie trying to pick up on an error here. Now outside for Mbangula, and it's behind him. He got a little ahead of himself there. Here's Cambiaso. No, it's Vlahovic. Oh, rebound, and it's blocked. Huge block there. Mbangula getting through. Played it to the top for Luca. Back to Cambiaso. Now to the top there for Lloyd Kelly to Thuram. And all the way back out for Kalulu. Now to Colt Miners. Very slow. Kalulu and Thuram with an exchange. Over to Lloyd Kelly. Little touch for Cambiaso. He cuts inside now. Brescianini's going to chase him. Out to Locatelli. Too long for Mbangula, but he does well to win it back. McKennie steps in. To the outside for Cambiaso. 86 minutes. Just try and find one, boys. Come on. Find one. At least break the clean sheet for these pricks. Absolutely no options. Even the youngster that just showed up, Costa, saying, let's go. Create space. Be an option. Attack space. That's really all it comes down to. And sometimes we do just the absolute basics so poorly. Locatelli upset. Nobody moving on that sequence. And there is nobody moving. Look at that. Everybody's just standing with the back line of Atalanta. Look at that huge chunk of space that nobody wants to drop into to collect to pick up the ball. Just nothing. Just absolute nothing. Just dead. It's like dead air on a friggin' radio. Thuram drops it for Coop to McKennie. Going back to Kalulu. Oh my god. Luca with the touch. Lets him down. Gets it to Mbangula here. Still trying to fight away there. It's a foul from Brescianini there. 87 minutes, 34 seconds. 4-0, everybody. Insane. Insane. Co-Miners. In for Costa. Outside of the boot pass to Mbangula. Deep off the right there. In for McKennie. That's a big save by Carnesecchi. Trying to at least break the clean sheet. That's a massive save. It's a massive stop there. Here's Co-Miners with the corner. Takes it, and that's cleared out by Toloi. We were all standing inside the 6 there. Nobody took a run to try and attack that ball. That's got to be one of the stupidest strategies I've ever seen on an aerial. Everybody to just stand in one line. What do I know, though? Cambiaso switches field nicely out for Co-Miners. Played inside now, and that's like at Vlahovic's throat level. Kefren Thuram stepping in. McKennie with a little touch to Vlahovic. Played out for Thuram. Now trying to get it back ahead of Vlahovic. Nothing doing. Pasalic comes away with it. Plays it to the outside. Brescianini. He's got an overlap from Bellanova. Drops it off to him. He's just going to take it, wait, and now play it back. Jim City with an exchange with Derun. Pasalic now to the outside for Toloi. Into De Catalare, into Derun, to the back for Ian. And Pasalic now over. Jim City all the way back to Carnesecchi. And they're just knocking it about. This is a casual training session now at 4-0. De Catalare absolutely does Kalulu in, plays it forward ahead of Toloi, now ahead of De Catalare again. It's going to pull up inside for Toloi again. Back out to De Catalare, right-footed cross, and Mbangula clears it out. Now he's going to move forward, trying to get it. There's 3 Atalanta players closing in on him. In the end, Toloi is the one to knock it out. It's going to be a throw-in for Juve, but we're at the 90-minute mark. I expect maybe 2 minutes of stoppage. That's what we get. We get 2 minutes. And then we can get the hell away from this thing. This has been absolutely beyond abysmal from Juventus. Piss poor. Some of the worst passing I've ever seen from a professional football club, let alone Juventus. Just awful, awful passing. Lack of creativity, lack of ideas, lack of drive and determination from certain individuals to just be so passive in many, many sequences. Alex Juve saying, thanks Atalanta and gasp for humiliating Motta. This is going to go up with some of these bad defeats over these several few years here of transitioning with Juventus. And it is just flat out ugly. Flat out ugly. Well, I said what we're going to see down the stretch from Juve is evaluations. It's evaluation time. It's an evaluation period. Every player and our coach are going to be evaluated on the finish to this season. And this is going to read poor for a lot. A lot. Di Gregorio catches the floater from Di Catalare. Immediately throws it out for Locatelli, but we're at the 92-minute mark. The ref's going to stop this. There it is. It ends there, and thank God it ends there. Holy, you guys. So for anybody that was hoping for the Scudetto, I think you could put that to rest, no doubt. No doubt. And in convincing fashion. We did finish with some big chances, but it was like, again, right there around the 80th minute. Inside of the 80th to 90th minute. Last 10 minutes of the game for us to get 2 big chances. We finished this game with 63% possession, 9 total attempts. In the first half, we had 3 total attempts. In the second, we managed to get 6. But it's terrible. 0.10 expected goals out of the first half. 0.1 in the second, 0.6. Atalanta finishes, obviously 3.75 XG, but they had 7 big chances created on 19 attempts. That's insane. They could have easily throttled us by even more. This is piss poor. Piss poor. Like I said, it's evaluation time for Juventus. Players, coach involved, and this one is going to be absolutely a massive knock on a lot involved. And I gotta say, one game at a time, but a lot of the same stuff that we've been complaining about from, the second month into this season are still prevalent with this squad. You get this streak of 5 games that has come, and many of us deep down knew that feeling around those 5 games, that only one game was convincing. We still saw where this team could play one half of football that made absolutely no sense. We still saw a team that just struggles to create for the most part. You still see a team that doesn't necessarily show that the game plans line up properly for their opponents. And today, we played into Gasp's hand. That is a massive knock. Even if you are those that are okay with continuing on with Motta, I'm still in the fence in the middle. I have more concerns than I see positives. But even for those that are on the positive side of things with Thiago Motta, I'm telling you, to get blown up and play into another manager's hands like that is terrible. What's even more concerning and alarming about it is the fact that he's got a 3-win, 1-draw record going into this game against Atalanta. How the fuck do you get it this wrong? How do you get it this wrong? I'm telling you. There's a lot of smoke and mirrors around this team. One of the biggest smoke and mirrors things is that we were seeing today, we went over that everybody was talking about earlier in the week, was the fact that the statistics are dead on at this point for Conte's side in 2011-12, and I said the two teams are not even close. They could be close at points, this team, but it's nowhere near the same feelings or vibes around these teams. They can be comparable in those stats, but it is absolutely nothing of the sort. 4-0 is flattering. This could have been 8, could have been 9. Tony, you're 100% right. Should have been 8. This was disgusting. I'm at a loss. You guys, the WhatsApp number there, a bunch of you have been sending texts in to get in on some calls. We will take some calls. I got to start things off and We might have to get Papa Gio. We might have to get Papa Gio. Let me see if I can get Papa Gio here. 1 second, everybody. Pa, you there?
Oh, yeah.
Madonna mia.
Citto, non ne parlare niente.
My
Una vergogna.
Yeah, Vrigonia, the worse than that. I don't even know. I don't even know, Matt. What are we talking about here? Everything was he got absolutely mastered by Gasperini, and we had no ideas. And the players, embarrassing. I don't even know, Matt. I don't even know.
Well, you don't know how to handle the team anyway.
Motta, for you, is it goodbye?
Well, I tell you, if you remember, I never go nowhere like that. Tutte coppe, we are out in the Coppa. Tutte coppe non ha gettato fuori. Champions League, Supercoppa, Coppa Italia. E manca arriviamo al quarto posto se continua da così.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. Is like it's been tight. It's been a yo-yo all year. It's like we've been worried about top 4. Then all of a sudden you get 5 wins in a row. And then all of a sudden, maybe you're 6 points from the top. You could do some. And then now all of a sudden we're in top 4. It's because of how the mentality. Like we just got killed today. Absolutely bruciato.
Te l'hai detto io che non arrivava a nessuna parte.
My God. Di Gregorio, thank God for him, man.
Se no pigliavamo 10 gol oggi.
10 goals. Yeah. Di Gregorio was insane at the end of the first half there. I don't even know what to say. Man. The players, the choices, the decisions, everything's just it's all for naught. I don't know.
And you see, not too many pass right.
Oh.
Every time wrong, every time. I don't know where is the team.
Locatelli today with the passing was disgusting, man. Embarrassing. I don't know. For me, even some of these players, I don't know, man. There's a lot of questions, but Motta probably the biggest question mark. I don't know. Well,
yeah.
I guess let's forget about this one, man. What can you do?
Yeah. If tomorrow Lazio gonna win, we are how many points behind for Juventus? 1 or 2?
I gotta check right now. I think right now that I thought we were 1, I think, but hold on a second, because I'm into it right now. I'm at the table right now. So we got 52 points. We're 2 points ahead of Lazio, so they can go 1 point ahead with a win tomorrow.
And if you play like today, we don't go nowhere.
Yeah.
Scandalo. Juventus to get 4-0 è uno scandalo per la Juventus.
Scandalo, yeah. It's something. All right, man. Well, enjoy a shot of brandy and forget about it. That's all I could say.
Bambini stanno buoni.
Oh, yeah. Stanno buono.
Yeah.
Ciao, ciao.
Okay. Ciao.
Man, when you get beat that bad that Papa Gio's tame and calm, that tells me he's actually like piping red hot and fuming. So he said 4-0 to Juve. Scandalous. Shouldn't be happening. He's been not obviously supporting Malta and supporting Juve, but I'm telling you, man, he's been hard on Malta this season. I've been pretty hard on Malta on season. I'm still 60-40 in terms of how I feel. But this is ugly, you guys. This was ugly. And I'm concerned now about top 4 because it's how. You were at home, Atalanta, and completely blown up. It's not even that it was a game you could keep your head up about. This is disgusting. 40% what, Bert? I'm 60-40 for saying goodbye no matter what to Thiago. That might even be nice. I might be 65-70. I'm not 100% decided, I'll tell you that, but why 40? I don't even know, man. I don't even know. It's because when I watch games like this, the players are like, so many guys were just dog shit. Just nothing to them. No intestinal fortitude. Okay, and Yildiz had the excuse for no intestinal fortitude, but he tried. And I'm telling you, you get a ball and you're one of the seniors on the team and you get a ball top of the area, line of sight on goal, you initially have to pass it right back and miss your target by like 10 feet and roll it out for a goal kick, taking away a shot opportunity, a good high shot opportunity. None of these guys have confidence in themselves. Where is the confidence? Where is that coming from? How do these guys play like this, that they shit their pants in key games? Sometimes it's not even key games this season. And that's why Malta takes heat from me, because there's just a serious lack of confidence across the board. So the 40, the 30%, whatever it is just factoring in that a lot of these guys don't have it up here. And not yet. It's not saying that they'll never have it or it can't be groomed, because Malta also takes some heat on that, because I think there's a lot of decisions that have been made that counteract building a strong mentality. But we crumbled big time. We are going to get more calls coming in. We got a ton reaching out here. And I got messages coming in here. Let's see who we can get in here. But when Papa Gio's mellow about things, he's actually fuming inside. All right, so we got Christian Mazzotta here. How you doing, man?
I mean...
Shitty. It's okay to say shitty.
Just where do you even begin with that shy performance, man? That was horrendous.
I don't even know. And like I said, is it give up at that first goal? Because from there on, it got sloppier and sloppier and sloppier, and just more scrambled. Like the second that PK went in, it just looked like we were a mess ever since and could never regroup. Did the belief get killed instantly because of that?
I just think it was just a complete head loss. As soon as Retegui scored, I just think the players just stopped. And then as soon as, you saw the second half, Atalanta scored straight after. And I just think after that, the players were just like, just gave up. They just decided to basically call it a day off and just stop playing. And it was a horrible performance for 90 minutes. So that's about it. It's just awful.
Yeah, it was just dreadful from a lot of the individuals. I think Motta, again, we said it at half. We said going into this game, how he lines things up, how he game plans everything, like all of that is going to be in question and at the forefront. If this was, and it is, because it's evaluation time for everyone involved, this takes a big hit on scorecards pretty much across the board, unless your name is Di Gregorio.
Oh, yeah. He was the only one that actually played well. If it wasn't for him, it could have been 7 or 8 nil.
Thank God for Di Gregorio.
Honestly,
more
bargain.
Man, everybody was, there was some doubts in him. A lot of people didn't understand the move, the deal and everything, but I've always been for this guy, and he keeps shining through. But the rest, my God, man, we got a lot of work to do. And this was one of those games where, again, the Verona one, false sense of confidence, whatever the heck it was that struck this team, it was weird, but we got slapped right in the mouth today. Fortunately, we got one comp now, because they're going to have time to, is that better? Is that worse? Do you want to get back on the horse, or do you want to regroup and take some time? I don't know, but we are, in Michael Gagliardi's words here in the chat, soft as butter. Soft as butter. I don't know. It's a tough one, man. Top 4. Now we got to look at top 4. Anybody that was, were you, and be honest, were you thinking something could happen with the title?
I mean, we had the opportunity to make things interesting, but I'll be honest, I was on a one game at a time basis.
100%.
I didn't want to go too far ahead.
Yeah.
Because it was like last season. Because last season, at the midpoint, I was just like already thinking that we were going to win the league and stuff. And then obviously we crumbled. But yeah, I was just on a one game at a time. But we're not going to win the league. I think that performance just shows everything that we're not that team. And there was obviously those stats with the first Conte year. When we were unbeaten.
Yeah.
Don't even compare those two teams. Like, I know they had the similar points and whatever, but don't even compare those. Like, it's...
No,
yeah.
And we said that today on the pregame show. We said anybody looking at this as some type of defense for Malta just hasn't really been having their finger on the pulse of this team all season. Because I said it's night and day. I go, the numbers can be there, but that was also Conte's side that went into every game, and you felt that they could win it based on the way they played. They also finished the season winning 10 out of the remaining 11 games. This team will not do that. I can confidently say we will not win, 10 of the remaining 11, and there's one dropped right there. It's just not going to happen. That's the reality of this thing. That team also formed an identity, in November. That team also fixed and repaired issues. What have we repaired that was struggling earlier on in the year, right? I mean, we get glimpses, we get flashes, but it's hard to cling on to the hope and the belief because every time the expectations ramp up just that little bit, bang, you get punched right in the bridge of the nose, man. It sucks. It sucks. It really does.
Yeah.
Top 4. How confident?
I still believe. I think it will be a final day scrap between us and Lazio. I think it reminds me of the season when Napoli dropped points, and who did we beat? Bologna, I think it was in the season with Pirlo. I think it'll be a last minute scrap for top 4. I'll be honest, but I still believe we'll get it.
Yeah, and if that's the case, I gotta say, for anybody that is talking about retaining Malta, if it comes down to a last day scrap, I think that's enough for me to say see you later.
Yeah, I agree.
Because this team should have been able to take, and I mean the points, the fashion that some of the losses have come down repeatedly is what concerns me. And when you play a game like this, a big game, yes, the players were poor, but like I said, the game plan, we literally played into Gasp's hands. And for a guy to not see that, to know that, or to make any type of necessary adjustments, again, other than just substitutes, simple substitutes, one of which, by the way, was Cope Miners as a right winger, okay? You're asking for trouble. You're asking for trouble. And I don't see nearly enough. But man, I don't know. Maybe we have a beer tonight and just forget about it, whatever it is. But I thank you for the call in nonetheless. And let's see if your call comes to fruition. You're calling for a last day battle for that top 4.
I don't want it to come to that. I want to secure it as soon as possible, but I just don't see it happening.
Yeah.
Really with this team.
Well, Lazio might not be going anywhere, so you might be right. Let's see. But thanks for the call in, brother. Thanks for the support, regardless of this awful result. I appreciate it. Thanks,
All right,
Ciao, ciao. Bye. Oh, man. So a last day scrap for top 4. Are you ready for that, everybody? Are you ready for that? I see a lot of you coming in the comments saying, get rid of this guy now. Pull the trigger with, 10 games remaining now? Whew. Maybe if the following game is just as bad as this, I don't know. I think we should definitely be enough to get to that top 4. Who's calling in for now? 10 games? You're not going to get your next coach for 10 games. Who would be the interim? I don't even know. I think we ride it out. And yes, Mitch, 100% for anybody that is bringing that up. No more talk. It's dead. It died today. Came crashing down. Anybody that was dreaming of that. But this was complete shambles, complete shame. Brandon says, get Max off the beach. Our Pee-wee coach. Better than that. Giratino wants Tudor or Mancini. I don't think they're walking in on 10 games, man. And they're going to want long-term. And I don't think we should go for Tudor or Mancini if there are going to be better candidates potentially coming available in the summer. I feel we might have to ride this out, everybody. Feel we might have to ride this out for this last 10 games. Because even Tudor, the rumors are he wants like a year and a half as a bare minimum type of contract. Nobody's coming in just as an intern, unless it's somebody that's within the team. Paulo Montero, after getting sacked with the next gen there, I don't know. The guy's doing a good job right now down there at next gen. Brambilla, you just leave him alone. Don't interrupt what's going on there for this shit show that we've created. I think you got to ride it out. Wait for summer and more options. I tend to agree with these nuts on fire. And right now, this is the proper handle to bring up on the show because my nuts are on fire with just how infuriated I am with this team and this game today, okay? I cannot believe it that we just have not shown any growth or development. I remind everybody too, okay? The reports are contradicting out there. Some say that it's top 4. Others say that there's more to it than top 4. It is top 4, and your team, for Motta to remain, must show growth and development in terms of the play on the pitch. Only one of those can come to fruition, in my opinion. I don't think you're going to see growth or development on the pitch if you haven't already. It's March 9th, everybody. 10 games remaining. We're going to hit lightning in a bottle, and now we're just going to be cracking off every single game. Can't see it. Today, we talked about coaches. We talked about changes and what could potentially happen and how to go about things. And Omer didn't really believe that changing coaches is the right way to go about it, constantly changing managers, etc. But I mean, is it time wasted? I also don't think that there's a set time frame that you need to carry things for 2 years, 3 years. I think you just have to, you'll know when things are moving in the right direction, when things are right. You'll know, you'll feel, you'll see it pay dividends on the pitch. I have more negative feelings than I do positive around this guy right now. Yeah. Oof. And Gio, did Bonucci get his coaching license? And he's serious. Whew. Top 4 is in danger. We need someone to see us through. Well, you've convinced me to put the poll question out there. Let's go. Motta, finish the season with him? Let's go, everybody. Yes or no? Poll questions out there. Motta, finish the season with him. Let's go. And we're going to try and bring in next guy coming in. It is Fabio. Try and get Fabio in here. See if we can get him in on the call. No answer from Fabio. No answer from Fabio. Going down the list. Holy, you guys were messaging like crazy. Hello.
Hey, Berto.
Oh my. Where do we?
What a disaster,
Nu scandalo, as Papa Gio put it. Nu scandalo.
Oh my.
I'm telling you right now, Mitch is telling me not to call him because I'll get banned. That's classic there. Listen, I put the poll question out there. Motta, I actually misspelled it and I put Mott by accident, but you know what? That probably performance was worthy of missing out on the A. Finish the season with him, yes or no? 65% currently in favor of not finishing the season with him. Where are you at on that?
Well, it's circumstantial, really. Ideally, we don't, but there are no choices out there. I mean, who you gonna get? You can't get Montero because, I mean, Montero, he coached 2 games at the end of the season after we achieved our objectives.
Yeah, 2 or 3.
Not good. Not good enough. Who you gonna get, really? There's no one available except you're gonna maybe keep Motta's assistant.
Yeah.
Who is whack himself.
Yeah.
Just as whack as Motta is.
Big time.
So I mean, you just gotta keep him. You just don't have any choices right
We
now.
just gotta ride it out. Man, where do we go from here? And are you as concerned? So let's say, because you said ideally you would, if there was the right options or some was available. So do you have legitimate fears around top 4?
I have major fears around top 4. In fact, I don't want to call it a premonition, but I don't think we're going to make top 4.
Really?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, Lazio, it's not like Lazio are red hot, but they're just going to do enough to get the job done, and we're not going to put enough pressure on them. So they'll probably get that 4th spot.
I tell you.
And then we're talking about 5th. Bologna is hot right now. Like, we're just 2 points ahead of Bologna right now. We keep playing this way, we're talking about 6th. And now you have to worry about Roma. You have to worry about Milan.
Yeah.
I don't think we're making top 4. I mean, it sounds like a premonition. Maybe I sound like some Green Reaper or Doomsday Preacher or something, but I don't think we're making top 4.
I
don't think so.
I think we'll do it. I think we'll get top 4. I think it's going to be ugly. We had a previous caller, Christian Matsotas, thinking that it's going to go down to the wire, maybe a last day, final day entry, etc., which I wouldn't surprise me. I do think we'll ultimately get in there, but I gotta say, the way we went down today is what concerns me. It's how. It was, again, no scandalo. It was una vergogna. It was embarrassing. It was beyond embarrassing. It was, everybody got owned. Not just our players, but our coach got absolutely dominated. Like, we played into their hand, and our guys that are supposed to be making these calls, that are supposed to be reading the game, that are supposed to be seeing this stuff and adjusting, none of them could do it, either on the pitch or from the sideline. That is a major concern.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, before I even get into this, like, have we conceded like what 4 goals in Serie at the Juventus Stadium? I don't think so.
This season?
That's like a trivia. Yeah, that's like a crazy trivia or something. Like, I asked myself that trivia at the end of the game. Like, have we lost by 4 goals, maybe 4-1, even 4-2 at the Juventus Stadium in Serie? I don't think we've conceded 4 in 1 game at the Juventus Stadium. Have we?
The big losses I can think of were away from home. So Napoli was Napoli was a big one away. Empoli was a big one away. Like, all the big ones I can think of were not at home.
So that's the problem. Like, Monta has just thrown us in the mud. Like, since 2011 we came into this stadium, I don't think we've gone blown out in our stadium the way we have this evening. Like, he's just set a crazy precedent. Like, I don't know. Like, forget top 4 for now. Like, just the embarrassment. I mean, Atalanta, Juve nil, Atalanta 4 at the Juventus Stadium. I mean, not even Milan, not even Inter, not even Napoli, not even whatever, man. We've not lost by 4 goals at the Juventus Stadium. I don't think so. Like I said, it's a trivia question. I mean, if anyone has the answer. You can pull it up, but
So in
I
the
don't think he's that bad.
chat right now, they're saying that the last time we lost that bad was in the 60s. Around 1967 was the last time at home we lost 4-0. 67, man.
Crazy. And just look at what Mota did. I always said it from the start of the season that Mota is a provincial coach. He doesn't have that big team mentality just yet. He doesn't have it. I mean, this is not Bologna. I mean, it's great if you're managing a team like Bologna. They play once a week. There's no pressure and all that. Yeah, okay, you can do well with a team like that. You can even get them to the Champions League, which is what he did. But this is Juventus. Like, every single second counts.
Yeah.
Every misplaced pass counts. Every wrong tackle counts. This is Juventus, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like, what the hell is going on? Okay, you concede a second goal right at the start of the second half. Who's this Kelly guy anyway?
Yeah.
This guy was not even playing for Newcastle. I don't understand why Gently will go all out, bring in somebody who wasn't even playing for Newcastle. Bournemouth set him away on a free. Like, who's this guy? Right from the day we brought him in, I complained in the chat, I put it in all the time. This guy is a nobody. We don't know him. We don't know him, and he's back. I mean, this guy wasn't even playing for Newcastle. He wasn't even playing in the EFL Cup. He wasn't playing in the FA Cup. He wasn't playing anywhere. And then Gently goes, signs him, and then puts an obligation on it that if we make it into Europe next season, that we trigger the obligation. Of course we're going to make it into Europe. So this guy is going to be part of our rotation for the next, 2-3 years?
Yeah.
This guy's whack.
I think, like, I'm just at the point where I've got so many bones to pick across the board with guys even like beyond him and whatnot. But I get it. I got to ask you this. If we do make the change and whatnot, and you could hand pick who you want to come in as predecessor here, who's the coach that you personally hand pick that is the right guy in your opinion right now?
To be fair, I don't want to go back to a back three. And my two candidates, Conte and Gasperini. But all they know how to play is a back three. And I don't want to go back to a back three, because if we go back to a back three, a lot of the guys we have are not going to play. I mean, where are you going to put Yildiz? Where are you going to put Mbangula in the back three? That's one of the
things that has impressed me about Conte this year is he's playing 4-3-3 because he realized he couldn't play three-man back.
Is he?
Yeah.
For real?
He's played 4-3-3 like since their beginning woes at the start of the year because he realized he doesn't have the personnel to do it.
Oh, right. Okay. Then Conte is my man, because one of the reasons I just said no to Conte was a 3-5-2. But now you're saying they will play 4-3-3. Conte is my man. But I love Gasperini as well, because even though he plays a back three, he plays really good attacking football. And I know he'll find a way to get these guys involved.
Man.
So there's some Bangulas and the rest of them, all our wingers, Sal, the rest of them. I know he's going to find a way to get them involved. So for me, my top candidate would be Conte. If we don't get Conte, we can get Gasperini. But Mancini, no way. For me, Mancini, his days are past him. Long past him, no way. We don't want Mancini. As for Tudor is just another Allegri.
Yeah.
Let's just say a lower quality Allegri, because I can tell you that Tudor has this specific style of play. Yeah. And I'm not sure. He's just going to make us into this very stubborn team that no one can break down. And I think we're past that. I think Mota has kind of made us used to this attacking Juve, and I kind of like it. And whoever comes in, I want us to take it forward, maintain this culture, but just give these guys that winning mentality. That's all we need. I don't want to go back to a Max Allegri or Tudor type of coach.
Yeah, the thing for me,
Conte, number one, and Gasperini, number two.
Yeah, the thing for me is you can play a good style of football no matter what your setup is. It's not to say that a back three is automatically going to always be a defensive style game, because I wouldn't characterize or categorize Atalanta that plays a 3-4-2-1, a 3-5-2 sometimes as a defensive side. Like, I just wouldn't. So for me, the style that they play, like, is more kind of to do not necessarily how they set up, but Gasp, I don't really know. I'm leaning towards a no there, but I could see why a lot would want him. Conte, people are on the fence. People bring up him giving the middle finger to Agnelli, etc., all this, and then joining Inter, etc. So I get it. I get it. But if there's prime candidates out there, guys that can like immediately have an impact, I think you have to look at it if you're Juve. So it'll be interesting to see. But yeah, Gio's bringing up De Zerbi for me. Absolutely not for me. But I know. I'm not about participation ribbons, man. Not about participation ribbons. Listen, I'm going to keep things going. Always appreciate the support from you, my man. And thanks again for another call in and sharing your thoughts, man. Appreciate it. Take care.
Yeah, my pleasure. My pleasure. Thanks a lot.
You bet, man. Ciao, ciao. We are going to keep things rolling. Get more. No, Tetserbi, please. Please, no. We're probably going to get maybe another couple in here. Let's see who we're looking at. Okay. We'll try and that one went a little bit longer than anticipated, so we'll try to get them going a little bit quicker here. John, you there?
Hey, Berto.
Hey, man. Well, what are your thoughts here?
Oh man, that felt like a kick to the nuts. To be honest, though, I actually think the first 20 minutes or so, they weren't actually that bad. It really didn't feel that bad. They had one lashed over the bar, and then they had another one. Waste touch really let them down on one of those chances. But honestly, if you wanted the ultimate Murphy's Law game, this was it. They were sluggish. They were they were not sharp.
I think to your point, because I kind of got into it and kind of said it. So I kind of said it to your point. It's after the goal. There's no resolve with this team, and that comes from mentality. It comes from weak ass mentality, because after the goal is when it got super sloppy. But it was still sloppy before that. We got 2 shots on target the entire game. I mean, what? 2 big chances created total. They had 7 big chances out of 19 total. Like, it wasn't even that great in the opening 20 minutes. It was just better than a complete nightmare, which was the rest of the game.
Yeah, and honestly, just the Kelly turnover and the Vlahovic slip. I mean, I just said that summed it all up. It was just a really, really bad game. It was a really bad game, and I agree with all of what the other guys were saying. It's like, what do you do after this? Like, I'll say one thing. I'm glad that if there was going to be a one that they had a bad, like they laid an egg, I'm glad it was this one and not the next home game, which I'm going to be at. But yeah, it was a really bad game.
My goodness. So
unfortunate.
If it's your call, Mota, does he see the remaining 10 games, or do you look for an interim?
I mean, I think he sees the remaining 10 games, but it's rather than we need to make a change. It's like we can't make a change because there's nobody out there.
Would you, though? Because I'm asking, would you, not what they're going to do. Would you make a change? Look to an interim.
I would, because like as I said, like who's out there? That's the problem. But if you're talking about trying to motivate the team or trying to get them playing better, yeah, I probably would have done it earlier, honestly.
Really?
But
yeah.
I might have. I just also think that what I was saying to my best friend, we were watching the game together, that some of the big guys like Coat Miners, Nico Gonzalez, to an extent Douglas Luiz, the fact that they've all flopped relatively after those big money moves, to me that says something about the coach and the poor integration. You can't have that many big guys flopping all at once. All the ones that have worked were not expensive players.
I think right now too, like he just hasn't had his finger on the pulse, man. Like that Cope Miners right winger call just kind of sums up a lot for me when I talk about this guy not being connected to the matches.
And you know what I would have done? And I was asking to call in at halftime. I would have actually done something different. I would have pushed way up forward, put Kalulu at right back, and get Nico or Yildiz out.
Yeah,
neither of them were very effective.
The problem was Weah was terrible too, man.
Yeah, I know, but
Weah was junk.
He would have been better than putting Cope Miners totally out of position.
But that's not the answer. That's not the answer either, though, because like two wrongs don't make a right, man. For me, Weah was abysmal from the good positions he got there. I definitely wouldn't have done it because it wouldn't have changed anything. He was on a shocker. Him and McKennie were on shockers. Like, you had two, and in the end, to Motta's one defense, he had too many guys on shockers in this one.
That's what I said. That's what I was going to say also, is that we can blame Malta all we want, but at the end of the day, the players have to be better. And they as I said, lack of sharpness, bad passing, too slow. They looked absolutely scared, especially after the opening goal in the second half. They just looked scared, unfortunately.
Well, because there's no confidence in the system at all, because the system has failed all year and he hasn't corrected it.
Brutal.
So,
and as you said,
we got slapped up. We got slapped up.
As you said with the other guy, the guy before me, you were mentioning Conte adapted. That's the hallmark of an elite manager, and I just haven't seen it with Malta.
No.
That's unfortunate because we saw it with Bologna. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Why can't he adapt with Juve? Is he being pressured by somebody else, which would be even weirder?
Anybody's guess is as good as mine, man, but we are going to keep it moving. I'm going to ask you the one last final question. Does Juve get in top 4?
Yeah, but it's going to be one of the guys before me said, it's going to be an absolute dogfight. I think that game against Lazio on Mother's Day is going to be the decider. If they're close and Juve doesn't win that game, I don't think they do.
Oh, they better not upset my mama. I'll tell you that.
Oh, well, I'm assuming your mama's probably scarier than Papa Gio.
Oh yeah, she can be. She can be. Papa was so mad that he was mellow today because he's so mad.
It almost felt like apathy from Papa.
Yeah, kind of, man. But I hope for the best of luck for the game that you're going to go take in when they face Genoa. Hopefully it's much better. Thank you for the call in.
I'm going to say one thing about that game. Even if it's a draw, I'm just going to be so happy to be there. It's a lifelong dream.
There you go, man. Enjoy it no matter what. You got to make the best of it no matter what the results, because it is sport at the end of the day. But the atmosphere and being there, it's still always a treat. So enjoy, man, and thank you.
Yeah.
Take care.
Berto.
Ciao. All right, we're going to keep things rolling. You guys, should we take a look at some of the post-match? We got a little bit of time here. I'm going to see if anything has come out so far in terms of post-match discussions. And, we'll take a look and see. So, we do have an interview here from post-match from Thiago Motta. Okay, so post-match, here we go. Today we started a game that we knew was going to be complicated for us. After the penalty, which was certainly debatable, we tried to move forward, but they kept countering us. We are the second youngest side in the league, and we suffered mentally after the first goal. After a defeat like this, we are sad. Do not throw it on age. You kicked out experience. You were happy to do so. You were happy to boot out Rugani. You were happy to boot out Danilo, etc. I don't want to hear shit about how young this side is. Furthermore, you've got older guys that are here that should be in their prime years that you can't get to deliver. I don't want to fucking hear about how young this team is. They should be able to at least play fundamental basics. All right? The possibility of the Scudetto will now no longer be talked about. We must move forward. I bet you're fucking happy about that. Okay, he's not happy, but I'm just pissed off, okay? And I'm just very much bent. I'm very much just venting right now, okay? Atalanta played different from the first leg. Today we made a lot of technical mistakes after the first goal. This led to a lot of counterattacks and ultimately goals. We suffered a lot, and it's a shame the match went the way it did. Why did you not change the way the match was going? All these mistakes that you talked about were through the middle. You did not make adjustments to the outside to help this team. It's a defeat like any, but I don't think it's like the one against Empoli. We started well, and then the penalty cost us. Oh, come on, man. It's just 1-0 at that point. It's just 1-0 at that point. Come on. Come on. And yes, it's not as bad as Empoli, because Empoli was second stringers and Primaveras. But come on. This is still beyond abysmal. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. This is crazy. So Nico Skira laying out the charges against Motta, being one-dimensional, one-trick pony. We've talked a lot about that. He says he always uses the same module, often fielding players out of position rather than just simply changing the setup or style. A team without character, amorphous. After 9 months, the Juventus has no play style. Out of all key races. Could be time for a change. Could be time for a change. But will they? Probably not. In the summer, will they? Who the hell knows, everybody? Who the hell knows? Shocking stuff. Juventus came from 5 wins. Gasparini says that's football. You go from victories to failures. Juventus came from 5 wins. Locatelli, it's hard to speak after a game like this. Up until the penalty, we played a good match, but after the 2-0, we fell apart. I'd argue you got even worse after the 1 goal. This is not good. The fans have every right to boo. We are a young team, and the atmosphere doesn't help. Now all we can do is work. What atmosphere doesn't help? The atmosphere would be good if you guys did your job. All of you. That's why I want Motta front and center walking to the curva with the players. Locatelli says only we on the field can change the momentum of this situation. It depends on us and our attitude. Goals always need to be analyzed, and credit must be given to Atalanta. They won all the duels. Today we struggled to do that, and in the end they won. We just need to focus on the work, keep our heads up, and get to work. Get to work. March 9th, get to work. March 9th, get to work. Yeah, get to work. Get to work, guys. Get to work. Absolutely picked apart. And our coach played into a coach's hands and just said, here you go. Right in the middle of a big match with critical points on it. I said this was a critical set of points for grabs, because it was going to tell a story one way or another. The story it's telling us is a terrible one. Terrible one. And I like this. Get to work, all right? Get to work. My God. Yeah, we're peaking. Peaking in the wrong damn direction. You guys, this was infuriating. I'm going to pull up this Storm the Barn. Is this team scared to win? The moment we have the chance to do something in any meaningful way, we bottle it. Exactly. And this team, this is why I'm concerned, like on a deeper, on a bigger scale. And remember, I said there's this slippery slope of becoming like a Man United, because that's a team that's thrown coaches, that's dumped money unnecessarily, etc. And it's definitely environment. And it's something much bigger. And I've been speaking a lot to environment, to culture, etc. Because this team has 16 new players. Like, we made 16 roster changes going into this season, and we still can't gain any type of momentum. But I tell you, man, Motta's a big part of that, because the fundamentals just aren't there. And he is unwilling to change anything. He would rather go out in the exact same setup, even if his players make no sense to that. to the point where you never see a two-striker setup, even though we have two strikers now that could play. You never see Cope Miners as a winger. Shocking, he did absolutely nothing. It's decisions like this that make me really question whether or not you are the right guy. One trick pony, you're kind of painting that picture. But it's shocking stuff. Shocking stuff. Mitch, we collapsed after the PK. Did you check it? It was illegal as Lookman played the ball with the hand. Doesn't change we played bad, but is true. It looked to me like it was up here, off where the shoulder meets the chest. I could be wrong. If that's a handball, then that's very dubious, and we did fall apart after that, but we still played terrible. But again, embarrassing stuff. But I will take a better look at that, Mitch, and we'll review it tomorrow on the post-match podcast. I'm so excited to have Nick Rossi join me. Okay? It's going to be myself, Nick Rossi making his AJC debut, and Trim. But I'm so pissed that it's got to be this game for him to make his debut. Really wanted a big victory show, but let's make it special nonetheless for him. I want to see you all there. We'll tackle it in full and analyze everything in depth. All right? Again, as always, you guys are fantastic. Thank you for your support. Despite the results, whatever, I still absolutely love just being able to vent this much after a win and have all you guys in here and whatnot. Still, it's good and it helps me a lot. I hope it helps all of you. But for now, it's family time, barbecue time. I will be having a beverage or 2 or 6 after this game, but I'm going to enjoy some family time. I hope you all can enjoy yourselves in some way as well, okay? And no, you guys are the absolute best, all right? AJC Army, absolutely love you. As always, till tomorrow, no matter what, fino alla fine, forza Juventus. Rough one. We tackle it together, get the therapy session going, and then we move. All right? Ciao tutti. Take care.